Sit down. Everybody remain seated where you are.
Hey, man, so you put me on?
Yeah.
Then why isn't alcohol made illegal? Flowers and grass. Like juice freaks get hangers and cirrhosis in the liver. Besides, grass doesn't have it for me like alcohol. Besides, that cigarette's much worse. Right, man. As much as you want.
We'll have a party. There's nothing wrong with grass. Yeah. 1,000 times you'll never go to harder drugs.
Don't take any films of me. You're not going to use them anyway.
Well, speak your mind, then.
Okay, I will. No one has the right to tell me what I can do with my own body, what I can eat, drink, or smoke. This is a free country, and no one has the right to take away my constitutional rights.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the drink. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Good morning, friends. Join us and start your day with a gentle meditation from Hoosier Sophisticate. Let us all remember, we are only as good as our last breath. To begin this mindfulness meditation on gratitude, start with something simple you are experiencing at this moment. It could be the sight of a tree swaying gently in the wind, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or maybe the experience of comfort from the chair you are sitting in, or the simple wonder of pausing in the midst of our busy life to engage with this practice right now. Choose one thing to notice and allow it fully into your experience. Let appreciation and gratitude arise and fill your body and mind. Now think of someone you don't know well, but who has supported your experience today in some way. Could be a bus driver, the person who stacked the fruit in the grocery store, or the author of the book that you are reading right now. Allow yourself to feel how you've benefited from the gift of their work. Allow yourself to feel appreciation and gratitude. Think about the tools that you use that support your work and your life. Your computer, your books, buildings, equipment. Choose one thing and consider all that was needed for its creation. Appreciate and feel gratitude that you have access to these tools. Feel gratitude for people you work and live with. Think of a particular person whose work or effort directly supports your work and life. Appreciate their contribution, their good intention, saying in your mind to them, "Thank you." Now bring to mind someone you care about. Picture them in your mind. Think about what this person means to you, what you appreciate about them, who they are, what you have an experience together, the experience that they've had in your life. As you imagine them, notice what feelings you are experiencing, what sensations you detect in your body, especially those in the area of your heart. Let yourself express gratitude towards them, thanking them for being who they are and for their presence in your life. Imagine them receiving your gratitude. Now bring to mind something in particular you are grateful for today. Feel the appreciation and gratitude for its presence in your life. As you bring these things to mind for what you're grateful, allow yourself to rest in the experience. When you cultivate the practice of gratitude, you may even find yourself able to be grateful for difficult or unpleasant experiences. If you'd like to bring to mind an experience in your life that is challenging, one for which you'd like to be able to express gratitude, offer your gratitude and appreciation. Thank this challenge for what it may offer you. Gratitude for our body, gratitude for our mind, gratitude for the simple fact of being alive at this moment. Finally, appreciate the opportunity to pause and experience this very practice of gratitude in itself. For all that you have brought to mind during this meditation, for all of the countless gifts in your life, say thank you. To all the people, to all that is around you and part of you, for all that you have experienced in your life, for all of this, thank you. Allow the sense of gratitude to fill you completely as you breathe in and breathe out. Settling on the breath right here, right now, fully alive and present in this moment. Finish with a full deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Gently and slowly open your eyes and return your awareness to the place where you are. If you'd like to extend the practice of gratitude meditation, cultivate the habit of thinking something you feel grateful for every morning right when you wake up. If it helps, feel free to write it down in a journal. You might also try expressing appreciation today to a person for whom you feel grateful. Simply saying, thank you.
"16 contestants from around the world compete in a combat-style tourney where the winner gets a chance to take on reigning master gaffer Jason Long of Sweet Leaf Emporium in Farmington, Missouri. This is the Great Big Blow. Let's meet this week's contestants.
Hello, Sergey Santa Monica. I come from Georgia. I am glassblower. I am based glassblower in Olive Land. I like Disneyland. I like Lunchables. And I also like blowing the glass. Because when I blow glass, it's like all of the pain inside of me goes through tube, comes out other end, is very strong, but at other end is sometimes vulnerable. And when the glass breaks on the other end, you go, which is, it's just their soul leaving your body. Boris! Yes, hello down there. Yes, I'm blowing the glass. My favorite bands are Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blink 182, all the small things, truth tells, truth seems. Yes, you know the tune. I enjoy eating Lunchables. Nacho Lunchables are my favorite. Hello, I'm Sergey. I'm off to the glass blowing competition. As you can see now, I live in beautiful San Francisco. Behind me, yes, right behind me is the Full House house. Yes, Danny Tanner house where Danny Tanner live. House where Uncle Jesse have nice hair inside house. Lot of weird things with Kimmy Gibbler going on next door. One of my favorite shows brought me most joy in Georgia. We are waiting for final season now. Final season should be out here in the next 4 to 5 years. I don't actually live in one of the houses. I live in the park. Here, glass blowing is not as, how do you say, lucrative as one might think. I'm poor. I eat trash from the dumpster. I like to eat hot dog on stick. I like to enjoy in American freedoms, like swimming at the beach, volleyball, and rollerblading. I like to do all such things such as that. Hello, this is my dog Vladimir. Sit! Good boy! Hey! Sit! Boy! Good!
Hey, how's it going, bud? I'm Hyler Howe from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, eh? You know, besides being known as the best glassblower here in the Great White North, I also make the meanest and choicest poutine this side of the Frenchies, bud. Other things I'm interested in besides blowing the glass around is I'm a big champion moose caller. I have done this before. I don't recommend anybody just do this on their own. Make sure that you have a good, fine-hearted Canadian with you when you're going to do it. I don't like doing this so close to home. I'm so good at it, I'm afraid I'm going to call a beast out of the woods. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know, sometimes I come down here, I think about the next little great glass blow that I'm going to do. Hey, you know, back there in the woodshed is where I do most of my glass blowing, bud. Just this past year, I blew hockey sticks for the All-Sasky line for the St. Louis Blues. Old Hyler's got his own Howe hat trick. I try to take 3 different broads into the airstream here, bud. Some say that a Howe hat trick is a goal, a fight, and an assist, eh? I say the old Howe hat trick is 1 in the goose, 1 in the moose, and 1 in the poos, eh? How's the water today, bud? Pretty cold, eh? The muskie's hidden. All right, bud. Hey, look, we want everybody to know that they're welcome up here in the Great White North. You know, I know we get the reputation for being some really kind, gentle people, but I want to tell you something, bud. Like, this place is no joke, okay? You come up in here into Saskatchewan, you're not ready to fight a bear with your bare knuckles. You got another thing coming, bud. Oh, I want to show you guys all the beautiful parts of Saskatchewan. The fishing up here is great. You pull these fish out of the water, you have to keep your head on a swivel, because those bears will come out of the wood. They'll fight you for your fish. Okay, you could just be walking around trying to take in all of these nice little conifer trees here, and next thing you know, you got a little cow moose coming trampling towards you. She'll stomp you in the ground, bud. Hey, little moose, you better run, bud. Old grizzly coming to get you. Bear's a hoser, bud. Well, thanks, Bill. Canifest, what the fuck's this thing called? Canifest Bowl.
I like all forms of cannabis. Any cannabis you think you can grow.
Fucking cat. That was a dumb question anyway, right? Okay. Hey, thanks, Bill. Green Gene Terpene here, backstage at the Canifest Bowl Nationals. I'm joined by one of the growers from here in Missouri. The Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman, there's growers from... Tonight, I'm joined with the Missouri Madman.
Show me!
Missouri Madman. I like that. That was good up until there. And scene. Okay. I'm joined backstage here by the Missouri Madman.
This is the funniest shit.
Ozark Mountain Range is the oldest mountain range in the world. You don't think that soil's fertile? I'm joined here by the Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman, people...
Show me!
I'm joined by one of the growers here from Missouri, the Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman.
Show me.
There are... No, it's great. Missouri Madman.
Show me.
Growers from the other 3 states say that Missourians are pretty new to this whole thing.
Yeah, well, they're not. Really, they're not. Get it together, Steve.
Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman. Growers from the other 3 states say that Missourians are so new to this. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Here we go. I'll keep bumping it. I'll bump it. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Missouri Madman. Growers from the 3... All right.
Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone you ever know loved is dead. Everyone's dead.
All right. Here we go. Lock it up. Missouri Madman. I make car parts for the American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about. Oklahoma's got a head start on Missouri as far as their cannabis program goes, and they have plenty of growers down there. What do you think about the competition down there?
I think everyone from Oklahoma stinks.
That's perfect. That's fucking great. That's so wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start with that again. Missouri Madman, Oklahoma's got a head start. Fucking buy that. Head start, dude.
25 large, and I'm gonna put my little mushroom stamp.
Maybe not.
Let me tell you one thing about Oklahoma. Roy Rogers.
I think it's Will Rogers.
He beat that horse is the deal to death. Oklahoma kills horses.
That's great. Well, you heard it, folks. The Missouri Madman means business. Stay tuned for the auto grow-a-thon. Some slots have just opened up. And if you go to canafest.com, you can still apply. Can you put that thing away?
Roy Rogers?
Will Rogers.
He stinks. It don't matter. It was a known fact that he stunk down there. That's great. All right. First question is, what brings you here?
What brings you here?
Did you ask for what you get for?
Okay. I
don't know where to take it after this. Oh, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is just a place I take my dumps when I'm on the way to Texas to have fun and get a little bit of that good smoke.
Okay. Oh, well, you're right
That's
out
illegal.
the.
That's illegal.
That's
right.
Perfect, though. Thanks, Bill. Green Gene Terpene here backstage at the Canafest Bowl Nationals, the Auto Grow-a-thon, a 4-state competition. Tonight I'm joined by the Missouri Madman. What brings you to this game? I shouldn't have bet on that open anyway.
In the Fertile Crescent of the Midwest, where the Missouri and the Mississippi... Start it over. I got it.
We're going to kick this back to you, Bill.
That's it, brother. It's got to be it. That's it, brother. It's got to be it. I'm actually sweating now. Like a real wrestler. you try to get at you. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Get an attitude. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it. When I'm rolling home down and I'm moving this song, I roll the best blunt because I gotta go it on. What? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Hoosier Sophisticate show. Hoosier Sophisticate? Welcome to the Who Fisticate, Who Fisted It show. Welcome to the Who Fisted.
Oh no.
What'd you do?
I probably should have turned on the stream deck. We might have just lost everything.
Why are you breaking everything?
Because when I switched to fucking scene collection in stream deck.
Oh, you switched to scene collection?
Just in stream deck to where it.
Can you guys still hear us?
Hey!
Hey, are we
there
back?
we go.
Is that it? And then we're back? Is that happening?
I think we're good. I don't know if I should do this anymore though, so we're gonna do it the hard way today, bud.
Oh, that's the only way I know how to do it. It's
We're gonna do it
hard
the hard way today,
and
pal.
long.
I
So
think they
welcome
can
to
still
the
hear us.
welcome to the Who Fisted It show. I'm not seeing anything on your screen though.
That's behind here. It's all right. Don't worry. Just keep
behind
talking.
here?
They know what's going on. See, there we are.
Welcome to the morning time.
Hear you, can't see you.
Welcome
Well, guys,
to the morning show time. We're good. Got both now. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Who Fisted It show. We're going to smell each other's fists.
Oh man, this is my favorite show. It's like it just screams the holidays to
Who?
me.
Can you name who in the group?
Oh, I think that's Mike Lore.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, you were at
ding,
you were at the
ding,
hideaway
ding,
last
ding,
night.
ding. Let me get your
Yeah.
Denison.
It-
That's simple,
it's
simple,
Denison.
simple,
Smells like
simple,
him, doesn't
simple.
it?
That was
It smells
simple.
like high quality.
It's simple. Smells like CBG. Your fist smells like CBG, man.
You know what I'm doing? I'm doing mint today, bud.
Looking great. Well, you got the sex, drugs, rock and roll background. I'm not going to fault you for that right now because, you know, you've been here for a while and you've been doing your thing and everyone's been laughing, having a great morning because that's what we do here at Hoosier Sophisticate. We have a great mornings and we have fun. And thank you for joining along. If you're watching on Facebook, all of you are watching on Facebook, watch on Twitch. Watch on Twitch. Why not watch on Twitch?
Why not try Twitch?
Because Facebook, we had someone on the show last night. I don't know if you saw last night. Did you see last night's show?
Not,
Oh, you were there.
Not in this dimension.
You were there. But we had Seth Ferrani on. He spent, what, 22 years in prison?
21.
21 years in prison.
First time offender, non-violent,
Acid and
LSD and marijuana.
marijuana. Oh, man. And we were in the same room with him last night. I'm surprised he didn't murder both of us. Weren't you?
Yes.
Somebody who does drugs.
Man, I should have done that on acid. Tell you what, that looked pretty cool.
I'm into it. It doesn't dilute, though.
It will.
It will?
It will. I'm gonna stir it up. I'm just
can't
throwing
do
about
it.
1,500 milligrams. I'm gonna put some concoctions in my stuff, you know.
Merry Fistmas. Herfy gets it.
Last night's show was great, guys. Thanks, Coach. Herfy does get it. He's you've met Herfy, right?
No.
Oh, you just did the
I just
quick
dropped it
clean
off.
drop. Guys, what we gotta do right now before we can really get going?
I tried to
we gotta-
fucking meet people.
We gotta get all lubed up with our native hemp extract. This one is the CBD CBG, the new 1,500 milligram CBD CBG.
I'm gonna take the
extract.
special blend.
It's so good. I put the 1,500.
I'm gonna take
milligram
the special blend.
mint, which is this is the stuff straight off of out of the testing lab.
This stuff came straight from the Lake Pontchartrain
From the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge.
where I go down to Norm.
We got a lot of good feedback for old Sergey and Hyler. They got a lot of play.
Right to trash.
So maybe we need to revisit our friends in the Great White North.
We bust them out all the time. We just have characters we forget about. Lazarus had me laughing my ass off when a picture of you popped up, and I was like, "This is hell." That was one of my favorite things ever.
Lubed up for fisting. Good morning. Who all's in here? We got
welcome to Fist Talk AM.
Blunt Man to Kill, Jen Elgin, Kush Coach, Ginger Bromley, Worldwide Funny Man. Facebook latency is so bad. Also, Facebook is run by lizard people.
And let's be honest, guys. We've tried to just tiptoe around
through the tulips.
Tiptoe through the tulips. We try to do that. And we try to just kind of, go respect everybody and
beat around the bush.
Beating around the bush.
I'll beat around your tush.
The bottom line is there are reptilian overlords running Facebook.
They're lizards.
And
it's simple.
Right now, like their little lizard babies are probably running Twitch and the other ones. But
little tadpoles.
You know what I can do? I can handle a baby.
Yep, I'll handle a baby lizard.
A baby lizard gives me some guff. You know what I do? I'll kick the fucker into the river.
I'll kick it, baby. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Hey, Komodo dragon, though? The Komodo dragon that is Facebook right now?
Yeah.
You going to fuck with that?
Yeah, you going to fucking fight smog?
I guess. We are to a certain extent.
We do every day. It's like it's like putting your dick on the table and finding a heavy blunt object, like a cinder block. And it's not enough to just push
scrape
down
it a little bit
on the cinder block and just kind of mash it.
You got to twist it.
You got to. What you need to do is raise it a good 6, 7, 8 feet up and drop it on there.
Drop it. A corner.
Just a corner of
Dropped
it.
a corner
onto the glands.
Onto the glands.
Just directly onto the glands.
Yep.
That's what it
That's
feels
what we
like
do.
broadcasting to Facebook.
Every day we do that.
Every fucking day. Every single one.
But I'll tell you what the deal is. We're starting to change. Everybody's changing. If you can change, if I can change,
it all
we
started
can all
with
change.
the Tupac song for me. Let's see no changes. And then you know what I did? I immediately went and started a Twitch account. I changed immediately.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, that's
the hologram,
that's
the
how
Tupac
much,
hologram.
It was the
man.
hologram, yeah.
Every
I was
damn
too
time.
young to get it when he was still kicking.
I know. I was just like, yeah, sing more.
I was just like,
pop songs.
Make
Tupac.
another movie, man. Juice was great.
I'm never mind. I'm an idiot.
Part of me wants to hear where your brain was taking you there, but the other part of me wants to.
It was some lyrics to a rap song.
Facebook analytics can suck a donkey dick. Feeling struggle. Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, I'm starting to feel bad for donkeys because
Don't feel bad for donkeys.
No,
They're always getting their dicks sucked.
Well, that's what it feels like. It's like
they're always getting their dick
Can you imagine like the greatest thing that can like physically happen to you? Like it just becomes this thing that everybody uses to explain a bad experience. Like, you know, how bad is sucking a donkey dick really? I mean, if we're getting down to it, if we're the brass tacks of things here, you know, everything that we come across that just kind of sucks, it either sucks a donkey dick or blows goats. I mean, what's the problem here? Never seen such a tight fitting cap. Well, it's kind of a weird cap. It's got
I've never seen such
it's got no seams. You'll notice this is a seamless cap. I sell merch, bud. I sell merch, so I try different stuff all the time. The reason I wear this one is because I dig the people over at Mo Green's Wellness, and whenever I was doing some other hats for them, Richardson 112s like the Hoosier Sophisticate hats that are available at HoosierSophisticate.com in the merch section, I wanted to run their logo, their embroidery digitization on an actual hat, and so I put it on there. So listen here, Mr. Funny Man.
Hey, funny guy.
You're a real funny guy.
We got a regular fucking Bob Saget on our hands here.
Yeah, were you Rodney Dangerfield, pal?
I get no respect over here. Hey, my wife has a goatee. She does.
Why is sucking donkey dick so bad?
Oh, because I bet it would be bad if I had to guess. If I had to guess it's sucking a donk. If I had to guess it's sucking a donkey dick, I'm guessing that's going to be a rough go.
Why?
Because it's fucking aggressively in your face and probably a little hairy.
The way to go at it with a donkey is clearly the Amazon position. It's clearly like
you're gonna lay a donkey on its back. You're not gonna get a donkey to lay on its back.
Legs up. I am.
You're not.
You don't
going
know
to do
what
it.
I'm capable of in the
You got a
bedroom,
trank
sir.
dart?
I'll thank you.
You got a
to stay out of
tranquilizer
my
gun?
personal affairs. Okay.
I don't think you got the fucking nut
You
sack.
don't think I got the sack to Amazon position?
You ain't got the sack jack. Hour 2, Craig's gonna Amazon position a donkey.
We don't have hat shame around here. Go get him. Get him, J.A. Evans. Get him. This is a goofy hat.
That hat though, that head. That's a Mark Messier type head right there.
This hat is actually quite normal. It's just that I'm stretching it.
Look at my head.
It's like I'm stretching it on a globe.
I don't want to point this out because I don't think people will be able to actually watch the show anymore if I point this out. Craig wears a size 9 hat. which they don't even make necessarily.
I mean, they do if you go to like the country western store.
Yeah, I wear a size 3, which my 11-year-old son already wears a 6 3/4.
You're like the dude at the end of Beetlejuice.
No doubt, the guy whose head is shrinking. Or a lot of those people freaked me out.
Well,
in that waiting
I
room.
think that's what they're supposed to.
Were they trying to do that? Because I felt
to
like
freak you out.
Yeah,
yeah, I think.
Is it a scary movie? Considered Beetlejuice? It can't be considered a horror movie.
No, it's not a horror movie. It's a comedy. It's a dark comedy.
Dark comedy.
Yeah.
Scary? Is scary and horror movies different?
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's also
because I think there's gory movies.
Yeah, there's gore.
And then there's hoary movies. Horror movies.
I just bring back the gratuitous titty in horror movies. You know what I mean?
That was great.
It's if I knew I was saddling up for an '80s horror movie,
you knew you were gonna get a little.
I
tit.
was gonna get in on a pert set of little
tits.
Knockers, bud.
Yeah, I know.
And women, I'm not trying to objectify you, but just for a second, I'm objectifying
Titties are great.
Their titties are the best.
I love tits.
I'm a fan
I'll
of
admit
the breast.
it.
I'm a fan of
I'm
the
sorry.
human breast. I know it's controversial to say it. I know there's not a lot
Nobody's
of people
gone on
that
record.
are willing to go out there and be like, hey, I like boobs.
I like boobs a lot.
But I'm going to be the first one to tell you. I'm going to look in this camera. I'm going to say, ladies, dump them out.
We're pro
Dump
boob.
them out. Send them into Hoosier Sophisticate gmail.com.
Don't do
I
that.
dare you.
Send them to Craig.
No, send them to, send them to the Sophisticate.
I like it.
Send
I
them
like
to-
my wife's
send them
boobs
to the
always.
Discord.
So gross.
Send them to, tell you what, send them to our wives. They'll send them to us. This is how we
That's
get around
hot.
it. This is how we get around
That's
it.
hot.
Dump your boobies out, send them to our wives.
They're already getting all the dick pics from all the guys in our
which
group.
is kind
so.
of weird. Kind of weird.
I don't know. We look at them together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seems like we're pretty good about getting you guys to send those to us to filter to our wives. So maybe we can. Oh, maybe we can.
Hey guys, let's play Name That Butthole.
Everybody
sends a picture of their hole.
I'll tell you what, Kush Coach can't play. Kush Coach can't play.
Butthole.
Because he fucking wins every time. He knows everybody's butthole.
He does.
He does.
He's like that.
He's
show numbers.
Yeah.
Except with buttholes.
He stumped the Schwab. But
okay.
You can't get one past Kush Coach. You can't. He specializes in mid-century knots.
Stump the Schwab.
Stump the Schwab. You remember that one?
Does he know famous knots too?
That's what I'm saying. That's actually what postmodernist knots is his specialty. That's what he went to. That's what he wrote his thesis on.
Guys, we got chairs now. We don't have to stand all morning. So that's why we're bringing you better quality content today.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Guys, it's the morning time. We're trying to do something no one else is doing. I listen to radio shows on the way here. What the fuck? We've just allowed radio shows to turn into this garbage in the morning.
It's amazing.
It's like, hey, man, you remember on Twitter, what's one place that ages you? Name a place that's closed that ages you. Wasn't that a fun game? Actually, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
Hearts.
We're going to do that, too, actually, on the text line.
Let's
that
listen
on
to morning
98.1.
shows. I want all of you to report in. What's a skit that you've heard on a morning show
that you want us to
do? We're going to do it.
Do it better.
And we're going to do it better.
Oh. Ooh. 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 Go fucking get somebody! Go fucking get somebody! My leg's broken too! Get the fuck up, woman! I'm fucking bleeding to
And there's
death!
a kid just licking a lollipop watching your slow death.
That is something you would do, you sick pervert. What's the most perverted thing you've ever done?
The most perverted thing I've ever done, I jerked off at church.
Did you really jerk off in church? I couldn't even take a shit in church.
100% I did. They had these fucking crazy.
100%.
100%
I'm proud
I
of
did.
it
They had,
too.
I don't know if I'm proud of it, but I remember,
You can't.
Well, it's like that was when I really just looked my Catholic guilt right in the eyes. And said, well, if this is real, we might as well see
Have
what
at
we
it.
can do with it. So I excused myself, and we had these fucking really weird bathrooms in our church down there. They were straight up BDSM fuck palaces. You had to walk down like a spiral.
What's up with
concrete
that?
Staircase down.
Ours
into
were
the
kinda
fucking
weird, too.
Down into the bowels of this fucking concrete beast.
You jerked off in the middle of church?
Right in the middle of a sermon, bud. I've heard the story. We've heard the fucking. Come on, give me a little flavor here. Is there a new cast?
And the priest is like, and then
Seen it. How many times can I watch it?
Then Mary Magdalene's heaving
No!
chest.
That was me. No! Yeah, I did it. I'm not afraid of it.
Did you have a loud orgasm in the bathroom?
I have loud orgasms everywhere I go. I sound like a yodeler. Right at climax, though.
Hallelujah.
So
something like that.
That's
maybe.
easily the most perverted thing I've done.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I mean,
I got nothing.
I'm a pig. I'm a pig. You know,
you ever jerk off in the car?
Like while driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done it in both seats, actually, if I had to guess. Yeah. Sure.
So driving from the passenger seat, jerking off. So 1 foot on the pedal,
I sit in the middle of the console.
With the fucking gear
There's 1 foot
shifter.
in both worlds, bud.
The gear shifter.
1 foot, I'm sitting on that.
Yeah.
You get it.
Second.
I'm trying
third
to get
gear,
a donkey mission in
fourth gear,
Amazon position.
fifth gear.
You get it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can shift it with
I can do
your
it.
Kegels.
Why no sub button at Hoosier Sophisticate? Because we're new to this.
What does that mean?
We're dumb. We no sub button on which platform?
What does that
Twitch, on the live broadcast.
What does
you
that
tell
mean?
me what you want, funny man, and I'll make it happen. You want me to add one to our Twitch?
Worldwide funny man. Spaghetti-o.
You guys still good on Twitch? Everybody still good on Twitch?
Spaghetti-o.
It looks like we're still good on Twitch.
We're still good on Twitch, guys. It was just, we're good. It was Craig. Guys, it was Craig.
I'm not sure how to add a subscribe button, but I'll do it before the end of this day. Tomorrow
do it
morning
right
when
now,
you
bud.
tune in, there will be a subscribe button. We'll add it right to this.
Did you share it in the group?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we stream, just to let anybody know who's joining us for the first time, we stream on Facebook, we stream on Periscope, we stream on YouTube, we stream on Twitch.
We try.
And you can find us anywhere. You can go to anywhere at any of those platforms.
You can find them anywhere.
You can go anywhere. You can go to HoosierSophisticate.com. You can listen to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you listen to your podcast. Hoosier Sophisticate is available there to you. Let's see, what else can you do? You can follow along, at Hoosier Sophisticate on Instagram.
You can call us and we'll do a live show.
Mycelial Media on YouTube.
If you call us, we'll just talk to you and it'll be like a live show.
We will do that too.
Someone just says, "I'll goop." I'm good on Twitch.
Oh, with money, costs
Thanks,
like $5. I'll put it on there. We'll get it on there today, bud. Sounds like it's worth $5 to me, pal. $5.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to get too famous on Twitch.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want to get too.
Did you click on one of those links yet, where you get a
I don't
bunch of
wanna
million
I'm gonna
followers?
buy all of those followers. I'm buying all of the weird character followers. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna do it for me, bud.
That's what I like
What
about
we
you.
got here? These 25 milligrams.
Yeah, Delta 8.
Dude, Delta 8. Delta 8
Oh,
is
hold
my-
on, dude. 100 messages.
Oh yeah, that one works. That one works. We're at 100 messages already?
Yeah, holy
Well,
crap.
fuck, let's go.
1, 2, ready, dance. Rotator cuff. Rotator cuff. Rotator cuff. Man, we were throwing that beanbag around yesterday.
Yeah, got you, didn't it? You'll
pitch 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
I
If
don't
you
know if
have
I can
Twitch
mad
Prime,
bomb
you get a
this
free
thing.
sub every month. Okay,
What's this?
you're just learning us right here. Funny
Tell
man,
us
we're gonna do it
everything,
today,
man.
bud.
We'll talk about that all day. If you teach us things,
All right,
if you teach us things, I'll teach you things,
D8
bud.
gummies are amazing. For me, I am somebody who is heavily affected by edibles, typically, and this completely legal cannabinoid, Delta 8 THC, it gets me right, bud. It's got a head change to it. It's got a real deal head change to it, pal.
I eat like 1 million grams of
Yeah, I know, you're so
edibles,
cool, man. I get it.
I don't know.
I'll never be that cool.
Gummy.
I'll never be that cool. However, this totally legal cannabinoid that can be sold Anywhere, like Sweet Leaf.
Hold on, what did
Emporium
you
in
say the
Texas.
name was of that again? Delta 8? Hey, Billy, down at the DEA or wherever they make decisions like this, the Food and Drug, they got a new one. It's called Delta 8. Oh, yeah. He seems real happy and
I'm
joyful
so
right
happy.
now.
I have no pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's making his life
I'm trying
better.
pineapple today.
Okay,
Anyway,
illegal? Sure. That's illegal now, dude. I don't know what happened. It's
Anyway.
illegal. Ooh, I can put Jen on timeout. This is fucking hot.
really? Nice.
Oh, why is Delta 8 legal? Because it is a loophole right now.
Loophole.
Loophole. Ha, 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 ha.
Why is it legal? Because all cannabinoids that aren't Delta 9 THC are legal. So,
Why?
Because they can be. Because you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because
Tell
the
me
people
why.
that are in charge of enforcing cannabis law don't know their ass from a fucking hole in the ground.
You said it.
I said it.
You said it.
They don't know any fucking thing they're talking
Oh,
about.
my
Not
word.
only are we tasking them with policing cannabis use, we're also asking them to roll out programs. We talked about it last night on the show. We should maybe bring our morning listeners up to speed.
Should we?
Just a little bit.
Okay, morning listeners.
You know,
We're
morning
going to bring
listeners,
you
here's the deal. We talked about it a little bit last night.
speed.
The Missouri cannabis, the Missouri government they're just not going to grant any more licenses. Because if they do,
It'll be insane.
there's going to be so much black market weed, man.
There'll be
gonna
too
be
much
so
medicine.
Too much.
And we can't have medicine. We can't have copious amounts of it for a very affordable
Well, it would just be dumb.
price.
It would be dumb to have too much weed that could potentially be turned into something like RSO, where people that are on cancer protocols, who need at least a gram a day of feco oil. It would just be stupid to have like a bunch of that sitting around available, maybe even giving it to entire wings, cancer wings in hospitals, Siteman Center. That would be really dumb.
And maybe you can send it to labs that are already doing tests, and they're getting their cannabis from Mississippi, from the University of Mississippi, or the Ole Miss, or
It is from Ole Miss, sir.
Ole Miss.
We grow the finest moldy grass
Clippings in
you have
all the
ever
land.
smoked in all of Dixie.
Have
sir.
you ever heard of the Mississippi River Delta? Yes, that's
It's
where it
fertile
goes.
soil, sir,
It's
and
a fertile soil.
we are growing a copious amount of
Turd bud is what we call it.
It is. It's the old Mississippi mud bud.
The old Mississippi mud. Mississippi mud bud. I'm having a good day today. I smoked some Mississippi mud bud, and I'm starting to feel a little loopy. Oh, that must be all the mold.
I'm smoking mold.
Yeah, our gal, Dr. Sue Sisley, shout out, FB. Our gal, Sue Sisley, she had a bunch of veterans. Her patients kept coming up to her and saying, hey, I know you got me on a bunch of pills. I know you got me on everything.
Yeah.
That's not really working. When I smoke weed, cannabis, marijuana, whatever the street name may be for it for you, because we're just trying to figure this out. I'm being honest with my doctor right now.
Yep.
It helps. Cannabis helps. Okay, well, I'm a doctor. My only skin in the game is to help these people. They're telling me it helps. I better do some research. She jumps through all the fucking hoops to get through the research, over all the fucking bureaucracy, all the things she has to do. Gets to a point where she can do this. She can do a test. Then they say, well, here's the weed you're going to give your patients that you can document.
It's like emulsified, fucking just ground up.
Well, at first it wasn't, remember?
You're right. Oh, yeah.
At first, they give her these clippings, which she had a picture of it. I swear to the Lord Almighty, they looked like grass clippings. Not shitting you. The worst bag of weed you've ever gotten in your life, even if you've been smoking since the days of swag. And the guys and gals that were telling her it was working, they had better shit in their hand that said, please, this is the shit I'm smoking. Don't make me smoke this shit. So she starts to complain to the either FDA or DEA. She had to get permission from one of them, remember? And they said, and she actually wins this court battle, but that was the whole thing, that she just won the court battle. Nothing will change from it. She has to make a decision as a doctor saying, do I continue this study knowing that this weed is moldy? And they go, well, we'll give you different stuff. So they pulverize it into a powder.
Stems, leaves, buds, everything.
That's how they tested it on our veterans. That's how they did it. They said, hey, Sue Sisley, here's some pulverized cannabis. Tell us what happens. The results weren't what she was expecting.
No, they were awful.
And I think we know why.
The weed that they were using wasn't weed. There were no trichomes present. Nope. There was visibly a moldy bud. And it's like it's just a fucking insult. It's an insult to all of our intelligence. It's like, first off, we have to get it through these gatekeepers. You have to test this plant, which no fucking plant in the history of mankind has been studied as much as cannabis.
I know.
None. Nothing has fucking been studied this extensively. And it's all so that we can just get like a fucking crumb given to us from these fucking overlords that like all of a sudden they're going to start acknowledging it. They acknowledge that cannabis can cause apoptosis in fucking cancer cells. They acknowledge it. What they don't acknowledge is, because of the way that the federal government's been set up, like that is so fuck. When I think of the government, I think of the fucking people who supposedly brought us to the moon, and are working on all of the greatest fucking problems in the universe. If they can't get this right, I'm gonna just tell you something. Armageddon, all of that, it's a farce. If there's a fucking rock hurtling towards the earth, we're fucked. Yeah. We don't have people capable of fixing it because we still can't decide whether or not this completely innocuous plant that makes people feel better, potentially saves their lives, has no LD50, no overdose implications, and nothing like that. We can't decide whether or not that should be legal. I promise you that same government doesn't have a fucking plan for whenever some fucking space rock is on a fucking trajectory to blow us up.
Yeah.
So when that fucking news comes out, there ain't no Bruce Willis coming. There ain't no Harry Stamper coming with a big old fucking pipe.
Ben Affleck, where's he at?
Your life. Ain't happening.
No.
Okay? Michael Clark Duncan? Nope.
Maybe.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I know. He come back as an angel is what I mean. We saw that in the House they voted, and they're like, yeah, we're going to federally legalize the MORE Act. Here we go. It'll die. In the Senate.
It'll die it won't even be a slow death.
So
it'll die like getting hit by a fucking city bus.
Do the Republicans, I ask this question just as someone who doesn't pay much attention to politics at all, never really has, but I love little snippets of it. You know, I think it's fascinating, but I think once you dive too deep in, it can be kind of a hole of despair. Mm-hmm. What are the Republicans, like when they talk about cannabis, what do they say now? Because I know it was very easy.
It's pretty bipolar. I mean, the only reason you're going to get a no vote from the Republicans in there, it has nothing to do with. I mean, it might have a little bit to do with cannabis or protecting fucking prisons.
But some Democrats will probably vote no too.
There were, because
there was like 6.
Probably not in the Senate, but in the House there were.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
So, but
yeah, there
many.
were in the House. I think it was like
many.
6 and 5
voted
against their party.
It has more to do with the fact that the other side put it forward. Now, I have enough, like, I'm
fucking for real.
That's everything that we do. That is everything that we do right now.
How are we ever going to get anything done?
Well, we have now emboldened this 50-50 split, right? And we now talk about people who vote differently than us and think differently than us as we've dehumanized them. Just talking about, Seth Ferrani talking about how we dehumanize prisoners. We're getting to the point where we're dehumanizing polar thought. So, like, all of a sudden, you and we think something differently. Well, now everything that you say is fucking dumb. It's not even worthy of my time. We're not going to, if AOC proposes something, well, then it can't be a good idea because of all of her other radical ideas. Or if Rand Paul proposes something in the Senate, well, it can't be that. This guy has voted down all of these other things. Not citing why people may have voted these things down. What's annoying to me about the MORE Act, what's annoying to me about everything that we do in D.C. is nothing is simplified.
I know.
And there is no matter, like, they're going to keep trying to convince us that it has to be this fucking complicated, fucking convoluted thing, and it does not.
Nope.
The only reason it gets more and more complicated is because for every fucking little rule that they put in, there's an unintended consequence. For every action that they take, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The same fucking rules apply to them. And so, like, it's annoying to me that, like, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to descale. We're going to just pull the federal government out of cannabis altogether, which is how it should be. Rather than do that, they're like, but we're going to set up this, and this program to help all of these people that are marginally affected. And, like, from the heart, all of that sounds great. It does. But that's where shit like that starts to meet its release. Because if you would just simplify something and say, hey, this bill right here, all it does is it completely deschedules cannabis and no longer makes it a federal law.
Yeah, states do what you want.
They can't do that. God forbid they do that, because, well, now what's the DEA going to enforce? What are they going to do? What about all of these marijuana task force that the federal government are paying? What are we going to do with all of these people?
They have to figure something else out.
They're going to have to figure something the fuck else out.
What did the VHS repairman
What the fuck
start
did they?
doing?
What did the fucking the horseshoer?
Yeah.
His business got cut down. That's what
He's like, guys, I got this game where we throw these things around a little steak
Peg in
type
the
thing.
Yep.
That thing my wife sits on.
It's just annoying. It's annoying. It's not going to pass anything. And, like, whatever.
I've even heard.
I'm beyond, like, blaming one side or this side or that side.
For sure.
Every time that there's been any kind of bipartisan, approach to this, like, it gets it's so much bigger than this side versus that side. It's just whichever person, in this case Mitch McConnell, is going to allow the conversation.
Is he a pharmaceutical guy? Like, do you know anything about his ties to pharmaceutical?
Well, actually, he actually has huge ties to hemp, because Kentucky is a massive hemp, I mean, he and Rand Paul, probably a little bit more principled about his approach to cannabis than Mitch McConnell is, but I would say that he has bigger ties to the hemp industry than he would, but I don't know that. I haven't seen his portfolio.
Yeah, I think they.
His constituency fucking definitely does. Like, his state has way more to gain from the federal government saying, let's go, rock and roll, hemp's on, cannabis is on, we're growing.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a weird thing too, whenever something gets portrayed as, here's the next big thing, and it's already been around forever, so that's why you have to make it a little bit more complicated. That's why you have to kind of have all these moving parts around it, because it already exists everywhere. Like you say, simplify it. If they would have said, yeah, the market is already working, the black market has had all of these things going against it, and it still found a fucking way to work where prices are low. And we've seen an increase in quality of product. We've seen a decrease in price over the years. Is there any other industry like cannabis to where you've seen a decrease in overall price and an increase? Cars, no. Houses, no. Like, a car now.
Well, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that the black market has.
Well, just look at it like this. Yeah, there's a ton a ton of examples where a competitive free market.
Yeah.
It's a certainty. If you free up a market and you allow it to compete, the prices have to come down.
And the overall quality.
Carnegie. Carnegie was a big steel guy.
Yep.
Right? And around then, I think you were watching like a turn of the century. Yeah. Well, his deal was he understood coming into the Industrial Revolution and everything that whichever country made the cheapest steel was going to be the world powerhouse.
Because everybody was
and
building
so he just found ways to make steel cheaper and cheaper and cheaper until everyone was using his steel. And he was stacking some coin doing that, working alongside with oil baron, and then you get people like him, Rockefeller, and now you got J.P. Morgan. Now you got three guys that just are three massive tycoons of industry that were exploding at that time. I don't think that cannabis has that one person. Would we have one by now? I don't know. Like, even with Anheuser-Busch or whatever, like, things like that, they're so much more regional.
Yeah.
And
And that's when, like, those days you could fucking take the Pinkertons and go down to, like, your factory and say, you guys are all working for 10 cents a day or we're going to shoot you in the head. Like, things have changed.
Back when men were men.
It was good days.
Back when men were men and dames were dames, man.
And broads were, what does he say in the movie again? Chicks were broads.
No. Back when men were men, dames were gals, or gals were dames, and
we've ruined it.
Whatever.
We've
Guys,
ruined
the
it.
goods.
The
Live
goods.
hard,
It's a great movie.
Fucking greatest.
I wasn't sure if, like I said, non-politic guy.
As far as the black market goes, I mean, that's what pisses me off about what Lendl Fraker said, which is what started this whole thing. He said, if all of the facilities that they have approved, which, by the way, they haven't even approved half of them yet, so it's like, that's like another thing. Like, beat your fucking chest about how all of the 60 facilities are going to produce enough medicine for 300,000 patients, and we only have 70,000. Well, hey there, Hilljack. Maybe fucking those 70,000 patients will actually come into the fucking dispensaries and buy the product if it's not $70 an eighth after tax.
How many people do you think
dildo?
How many people do you think that's keeping away with what you're doing? Oh, no doubt,
it's
dude.
It's keeping me away. It's keeping so many patients. I know. We got a pretty good bead on the pulse of the Missouri patient. Like, we participate in a lot of different forums. Almost everybody. The first thing was, when are dispensaries going to open? Yeah. That's a natural question,
Yeah.
A lot of people got their fucking license on the hopes that they were going to be able to go into a store and buy cannabis products. And you know what? Not everybody's full-time gig is weed. The average person who just wanted to get a carton and lawfully enjoy cannabis that maybe helps with their fibromyalgia or something, maybe they're not doing all the fucking the homework of knowing who's who in the Missouri cannabis industry, and they're not keeping up with that. When they bought their card, they're like, you know what? I'm going to be able to go into a store and buy some weed. And they walk in the first day, they're like, oh, there's one kind of weed.
And it's $70.
And it's $70 for 3.5 grams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, cool.
Hey,
I'm
Ed,
good.
I'll just take the normal order, bud. I'll see
Dude,
you
you're fucking calling your guy Ed out?
Yeah, Ed, I'll meet you at the park.
Ed Rosenthal.
Same order, bud.
Yeah.
Like, that's
blow you
is
for that weed
everywhere. So, like, to pretend that businesses, this is what annoys me. I'm getting back to your Democrat Republican thing.
Sure.
Right now, Missouri is run by people who campaigned on being small government Republicans, and by God,
this is what
I'm here for it. You're a small government Republican trying to remove the government from my life. You got my vote.
Yep.
But you don't get to fucking then apply all of the things you campaign against to the fucking cannabis program. You don't get to be like to pretend that businesses are who make the market is an absolute fallacy, and it flies in the face of everything a limited government,
the consumer,
politician. What the consumer makes the fucking market. Yeah. And there will be more consumers.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There will be more consumers. There will be more legal consumers, because that's the one
number
of the things.
Patients was the only thing he was doing.
And it's fucking dumb because
they kept reiterating that's your metric.
And kudos to GrownIn.com.
That was a good.
Because they asked the right questions, and for him to fucking say that, when they're all fully up and running, well, first off, they're not. And the reason they're not is because they're waiting on the department to fucking pass their commencement. Okay, that fucking whole process took forever. I can't imagine if you would, let's just say they granted twice the amount of licenses that they did, even though there shouldn't have been any limit to how many licenses they fucking granted. I can't think of any other business where the government provides a framework for how this is supposed to work, and and then everybody doesn't have a shot at doing it.
It's unbelievable.
There
it doesn't
is
make any
nothing that
sense.
fucking, like,
and we just go, yeah, I guess that's how you do weed. I guess that's how we have to do weed. No, it's not how
And
we
it's-
have
it's
to
like,
do it.
I fucking love your analogy. It's like, you're just punching me in the dick 7 days a week. Now you're giving me weekends off.
And I'm supposed to
and
rejoice.
on Monday through Friday, you want me to smile at you as you punch me in the dick.
I can't do it.
Because you're not punching me in
Unless
the
you're
dick
my
on
wife.
Saturdays and Sundays anymore.
And after the kids have gone.
In which case, she knows how to give you a little knuckle shuffle. Fucking get that thing popped up.
Remember that was like the only way you punched your friends back in the day.
Oh,
Like,
man.
oh, froggy in the leg.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if there was still some cannabis hysteria within some of the parties, or because that's my whole deal. I would figure just in my little small world, I'm like, oh, Republicans and Democrats at this point,
fuck all of them.
I just like
I
the
live
shit they spout out. At this point, so many people.
You're lying.
So many people have voted for cannabis, and now there's more than half the states. And, they're
fucking 2/3 of the vote.
They'll say whatever they need to say to get elected and do whatever they have to do. So I'm surprised it hasn't become more in vogue to really, for someone to take the bull by the fucking horns and say, yeah, we are the party who did it. We did this together.
Dude, I
you know what I mean?
I
don't know.
In 2016,
it's so fucking
in 2016 when Donald Trump was fucking elected, I mean, I had the playbook for you. Like, and every fucking Republican that ran his campaign, anybody that fucking cheered him on and thought that then wanted him to be reelected, look in the mirror and punch yourself in the face for not making that fucking the job number one.
Oh,
I
know.
thought for sure in July or August of 2020, we got a little sidetracked, got this fucking cold that's going around. There's a big cold going around.
Oh, no. He did it. He did it. He said it. He said it.
But I cannot believe, if you'd asked in 60, I'd have bet my fucking life on sometime in 2020, Trump just comes out because he's that guy. He's the guy that's like, he's going to put his name. He's put his name on literally everything.
Everything.
So Obama got Obamacare. Like, can you imagine if Trump just came out and been like, here is my comprehensive plan to completely deschedule cannabis? What? First off, all of his most devout followers, they were in no matter what. That was proven a couple of years in. They would have voted for him no matter what he did. If he does that, and just completely deschedule, doesn't make a whole fucking mess of nonsense about it or anything. I have my ideas about how that would go down. But for him not to do that, that would have shored up his second term. It would have shored it up.
I thought for sure it was going to happen because there was a couple different ways that it
momentum.
could have happened.
Yep.
I just wonder, is the fucking pharmaceutical industry that hard up against cannabis that they will shut shit down? Am I believing too much of the conspiracy theory world? Because there's definitely something to that. Like you said, anything that's going to affect your wallet, you're probably going to be like, oh, I don't like that very much. That's going to make my wallet a little lighter. Don't like it. I don't care if it helps
Not
people.
a fan.
Don't like it.
Not a fan.
If I know the pharmaceutical industry has its tentacles, but now we're starting to see the Oxycontin, the makers of Oxycontin, like different things coming out to where the opioid crisis is fucking heinous. Which, to go back to your point about DHSS, when they're trying to say, oh, there's so much medicine, there's only this many patients, to kind of get off on a tangent here, is I'm so surprised they're not educating people more, because we saw that ad 1,000,000 times with the guy who got off opioids. That's awesome. We want more people to do that. And one way to do that, an exit drug, is cannabis, if it can help you. And we're finding kratom is an exit drug. I had another person come in here the other day and tell me how it helped him stop being an alcoholic. But now that we have legalized cannabis, in a medicinal aspect, I just want everything to lead back to that. That if we are at our core calling this medicine, then everything has to be done if there was some sort of vaccine, like all the companies are working together and we're all sharing information and we're all trying to row together to figure this out. Right now, it's not about money. We got to save people. Let's get it together. It baffles me. It doesn't baffle me because I understand it. It's greed. It sickens me. It makes me sad, but it also makes me realize that I have to have hope and I have to get through to the people somehow. I have to try some way that, yeah, man, this is medicine right now. We're all rowing in the same direction. When this is recreational, whatever you want to call it, which I think there's fucking zero difference between rec and medicinal. It's like, no, this is medicine. We all need to row in the same direction. That's why it's imperative that people support the Can of Convict Project, Casey Weed Blog, Nate on Cannabis's videos, the Missouri Cannabis Network, to where we can share this information with each other. Because we can do things differently in Missouri where we say, oh yeah, this person stands for this and they want to be a big player in our new industry. It's like, no, bud, this isn't about that. That's the thing I was alluding to earlier, is that there is this new industry here. And it's like, no. Frakester and all you guys trying to figure it out. It's not. And all the people who are in the industry, they fucking know that. But they put that behind them and say, yeah, here's how we're going to do things from here on forward. And it's like, yeah, I understand, but don't you dare forget about the Seth Ferranis and Jeff Mazanskis and all the people who you have persecuted for years and years and years. We're not forgetting about it. Yep. We're not forgetting about the kids who aren't getting the RSO, because I think 5 months is pretty darn quick when you think about it. No, it's not. Yep. A day without it, and you're on a cancer protocol, you're on a tumor protocol with RSO. A day, 2 days without it, longest fucking 2 days of your life, buddy. I guarantee it. So for you to put things in that perspective, kindly fuck you. This is a medicine. I need you to be better. I need you to be better.
We're up against it, bud. I love it. I'm getting a little fired up. It's just,
We're up against it. Guys, follow us on Twitch, all the other stuff. Craig takes us out. I bring us back, so.
Yeah, well, I don't have a stream deck today, so we'll go ahead and take us out.
Oh, okay, cool. He's in control of everything. Guys, tell your friends. That's the best way you can help us. If you text a friend and say, hey, I know these guys, they're fucking goofballs. They're not always the greatest, but man, they'll make you laugh every once in a while, and they do come up with an article that's like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Or, tiny homes. We try to, whatever's going on in these little brain babies of ours, we try to just put it out into the ether, and have a little fun, and we appreciate the ride that we're all on together. I go through waves of just, I can't believe it. I'm riding high. This is amazing. And then I'm like, whew, I'm down. I can't believe it. And whenever I'm down, this group and the people in it have a tendency to help me gain some perspective to lift myself back up. Because I like to sit in the shit. We're both guys who are like, fucking put on the National for a few days. I want to fucking... I'm going to close the fucking windows.
It's only sad music for me.
Oh, man.
If I'm not listening to sad music, I'm listening to Spangle. And I'll tell you what, on the other side of the break, I just want to talk about, every now and then we talk about how these conversations are happening on some of these podcasts, or Joe Rogan's talking about building a studio like this, or fucking Aubrey Marcus talks about the Laughing Jaguar 6 years after I'm visited by the jovial jaguar in an ayahuasca journey. All of these crossovers. Last night on an Aubrey Marcus podcast, I'm listening to this guy fucking telling the story about a ketamine trip, and I feel like we should probably touch on that on the other side of the break.
Okay.
Guys, these are our sponsors. They make this fun little thing happen. And so
give them a call.
Hopefully you guys will help us out.
James Carlton is saving me money. Because,
tell him how.
Okay, so I called James Carlton a while back. He said, my rates are a little high. this guy might have better rates. He did. He was slightly cheaper. I was like, okay, he saved me a few bucks. Then James called me back, said our rates went down slightly.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
like a
know
month or
what
something later, right?
Probably 4 or 5 months, actually.
Okay,
So he
great.
kept me on file for that long. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to run these numbers for you. I was saving like $7-8 or whatever. I'm like, okay,
Rock and
maybe
roll.
even a little bit more. Now he called me back, and he's like, hey, these rates might be changing for you. This guy might have cheaper. So over the last 5 years that I've had him, he's helped me out in numerous times.
He's gotten you out of a contract with him twice.
Yeah, just
so you
to
could
save money
bucks,
because
so
he
you-
knows I'm
maxed out.
bare boning it,
Yep,
man.
yep.
Like I am trying to figure out the best.
But he's not
way.
just doing that because he's your buddy. Like that's just who he is as
He's not?
customer service. I think maybe. I mean, it is because he loves you, but it's also because
No,
anybody
he's that good.
does-
I've heard of other people like him calling, like just to his office, how cordial everyone is, and how they just bought in. You know, that can all be bullshit. All of that stuff, like, hey man, we care about the customer. That's all kind of bullshit. It can be, but with them, they fucking get it, dude.
I
They
love
get
it. All right, Worldwide Funny Man, we're on it. After the show today, we're setting it up. Enable subs, then we can be your sponsors. Guys, these are our sponsors. They're also, it's not just, it's not just paying for the show, but it's also something that we've built a community around. These are people the people that sponsor the show. Listen, we'll make a video, we'll make content, we'll make a commercial for anybody. I'll make a Mitch McConnell.
I'll make one for the devil.
I'll make a Mitch McConnell
herself.
campaign video. Same thing, samesies. But at the end of the day, the people that get to put their name on this show are people that we know get it.
Yeah,
They
we've
know
told
what we're
people to
trying
fuck
do.
off before, which is like
we've
what?
told people with
Why?
big money to fuck off before, and I don't.
I mean,
I don't know why.
That's what we do. That's what we
it's
do.
the
We're
thing, I'm
honorable.
but
if they
I'm
have
a
enough
whore
money,
until it begins to make me money,
Yeah.
and then I got principles.
If they have enough money, though, we will.
Yeah,
I'll say whatever. I'll do and say whatever. I'll say whatever.
I
You
could be
want me to wear a
bought, just
Cubs
not by
jersey?
these sponsors. I want to do business.
I'll wear
with
a
them.
Cubs jersey.
See you on the other side.
James Carlton. Insurance 314-961-4800. Handsome. Amazing. Astonishing. Astounding. Fabulous. Incredible. Fantastical. Phenomenal. Prodigious. Stupendous. Unbelievable. Wondrous. Divine. Fantastical. No, seriously, he's fantastical. You got a house. Go on and get it insured. You got a car. You gotta get it insured. You got a life. Go on and get it insured. CarltonInsurance.net. Fantastical. Stupendous. Fantastic.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD.
Get inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD. CBD native hemp. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me.
Inside of me. Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoosierSophisticate.com.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp, it's a wiggle. Turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
James Carlton. James Carlton. James Carlton. You gotta get your insurance. Gotta get that State Farm insurance.
You think you found the best insurance agent in the game? Well, I got news for you. I did, and it's James Carlton. State Farm. CarltonInsurance.net.
961 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Welcome back, Hoosier Sophisticate. Hour 2, Tuesday
Hour
morning show. The
2.
Tuesday mornings for people that are kind of
Thank you.
Kind of new.
Oh, I like that.
To the whole thing. This
It's the Shemp and Steve
so
show.
Originally, yeah, it is the Shemp and Steve. Shemp was the best, man.
Well, you got to grease it down a little bit. Yeah, when you get slapped too, and like, oh.
So we got to get Shemp on the wall.
We got to get
I'm a
Shemp
big
in
Shemp
studio.
guy. We do need to get
Can we get
Shemp
Shemp in studio?
Let's see. What do you want to do? Let's see.
We got
going to the Facebook feed.
Why would we have a free market when you could let patients have a speak for the product that they enjoy? Just grow your own. Fuck the laws. Do you think we'll ever be able to grow our own and sell to dispensaries? That's what I wanted to see. If they really cared about patients, they would allow the black market to turn into the legal market. They would have said, here's a mini testing license. Here's a mini facility license. Here's a mini manufacturing license. Here's all of these mini. We were wrong. You were right. Hey, Mr. Outlaw, who I've been spending millions and millions of dollars to throw in a cage, I was wrong. You get a license now. You are very well versed in cannabis. So well versed that people have been trying to lock you up for your knowledge.
Yeah.
I need you now. I was wrong, but this is saving kids' fucking lives. It's making their lives better. It's saving the lives of fucking children, bud. I need you. You know how to make concentrates. You've been doing it for years. I don't care. You've been growing illegally for 25 years. I don't care. I need you. You have full amnesty. That's what we need. So I think, and if rec goes the way it should, I want to be able to grow as much as I want and gift as much as I want. So that way, if I want to have fucking 7 tents in my house, all testing different genetics, I can give one to this guy who's suffering from MS, one to this person who's suffering from seizures, one to this person.
Crohn's.
All of the ailments, and say, oh, blue tangy works for that better than that green crack did. Oh, this Northern Lights worked a lot better for that than the White Widow, because we're having to figure it out. And that way we can grow Northern Lights and say, well, I pruned or I trimmed this at harvested this early, harvested this one late. There's so many things that we're figuring out on our own, and I'm not the first guy to ask these questions. These questions have all been asked and answered numerous times over. It's just since it's the black market, now colleges are like, hey, SLU University has a cannabis degree that you can get that's like you learn about weed and stuff. Come on, it's $40,000 a year. You can learn about weed. Now you're on our side. And it's like, good, I'm glad that's a thing. Why don't you pull some dealers out of prison that you've locked up and offer them a free scholarship
because
they could actually
that's why they don't
teach.
let them out, right? Because they don't believe it's medicine. The people
Ultimately,
that are,
yes.
The people that are in charge do not believe that this is medicine. It's a concession.
They've said it.
It's a concession to them. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
it makes your little tummy feel better.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
That's
it makes
good.
your
He's just getting high.
Yeah, he's getting high. That's how they think about it. Because if they acknowledged how important the actual medicine was, then they would be able to say, oh fuck, these people were providing a service. For the longest time.
Service at risk to everything,
to their families,
they risk
to themselves.
everything.
And we had a friend in here last night who lost the 20 prime years of his life. I mean, from the time he was 20 years old, into his his early 40s.
Damn, dude,
it's outrageous, man.
Dude.
It's outrageous. And dude, I love Seth Ferrani for the fact that like I know this is a lot of people's stories. Like, they go in there, they make the most of what they can while they're in there.
Got a master's.
Got a master's, is a pretty fucking great writer. Like, I mean, that's the choice. It's like, you got time to spend in here. What are you going to do with it? And he started just writing pieces of pieces on people that, man, you can feel it. I'll let you borrow that Supreme Team book.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good. But like at the same time, that dude was punching the dick 4 times daily.
God.
And then when they finally let him out after fucking 21 years, they're like, okay, we're done punching you in the dick now. Hopefully 21 years, day in, day out, 4 times a day was enough that you learned your lesson.
Hey, we're sorry. Here's a dispensary license. You get one for free since we fucked up.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad deal.
Here, we fucked
there's
up.
a license. Sink or swim.
We fucked up. Yeah, exactly. Everything else is on you now, but we're waiving all of the fees to licensing.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The guys who sold weed, and I don't know, I'm
up, Stephen
sure
Holbert?
you knew a fucking couple guys like this. They seemed like the typical burnout that we got told was a fucking burnout.
Yeah. I knew some pretty enterprising fucking...
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
And then when you got to know them...
Yeah. They had some business
Boy,
savvy.
did they fucking have all of their shit. The weed dealers that got into pills were the ones that got messy around me in my life.
Totally.
The weed dealers who just
sold
dealt weed
yeah, they had the shit
were
together.
living a real good life. Like, oh, this is this much, and if I sell it at this much, I get it for here. They were understanding different markets on different coasts. They were understanding percentages of risk management. They were getting so many life lessons, dude. They seemed more mature when I looked at him like, oh, this guy's a fucking druggy burnout, man. Here he goes. Oh, no, he can do math on the top of his head like a fucking madman.
Sure.
And knows how to read people and figure out investment deals and shit. And my buddy, actually, Jimmy Nuggs, it's so funny that he was talking about Jordans because Jimmy Nuggs had a wall of shocks. Remember Nike shocks that came out?
That's hilarious.
Every color, every design. So if one came out in yellow, blue, and red,
got it.
he went and bought the yellow, blue, and red one. I'm like, dude,
Jimmy Nuggs.
I was like, dude, you got a fortune in shoes sitting in your room. I wonder if shocks are worth anything like Jordans.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
also
like-
true. The ones that got into blow. That was my experience too. Anybody that was
for
around
sure.
powders or
For sure.
they lost their head. I mean,
Eventually
that's
it happens.
That's the deal is like anybody that gets into their into their supply, right? Like that's the problem.
Don't
You
get
can't-
high
on your supply, man. Let's see.
We got more comments here.
Going to there. Yeah, we got quite a few here. It costs $5K. What the fuck? Not exactly sure what that's in regards to.
6 plants on a perpetual harvest can keep you out of every dispensary. That's from our guy, the fucking Kush Coach. I love that motherfucker.
So we get
Don't
to
know him
have
too well yet. But
how many in each stage?
6 in each stage.
6 in each stage. Six in
veg under 14, 6 in veg over 14,
and 6
in flower. If you planted a seed a week and a half,
you'd be
to
able
2
to
weeks,
every
with
week
an
and a half be
auto
harvesting?
flower, you'd be able to harvest on a perpetual cycle.
Yeah,
because at about 5 plants at a week and a half, you're looking at 7 to 8 weeks. So that would give you, what is that? How many? It's about 60 days. Some autoflowers, I think, are about 60 to 70. So you might have a little time gap in there. But yeah, that's the fucking ticket, man. So that way you can harvest a plant, you're always got one going. And that was my biggest deal. I think I overwatered my plants. I got a bunch of shit going on because I'm new. That's also a thing I'm learning. That it says when you're growing your own medicine, for the first year, you get to grow as many as you want to figure this shit out.
That's not a bad play.
You do. You get a bunch of trial and error
Because if
plants.
you fuck up, that's your medicine.
I sometimes will sit down there, and if I see the plants drooping or think I did something wrong, I start to freak out. I start to panic a little bit. I love them so much, I don't want to fuck them up. If that was my RSO, or even worse, fuck me. I'll figure it out myself. I'm a caregiver.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fuck up my... And that's a thing that can happen to I'm sure some of the best caregivers. That's why we need to take the fucking shackles off these people. Because that's the amazing thing about all these amazing people we've met in the cannabis industry. Their hearts are usually this fucking big.
Which you might want to get checked out. That's probably due to
an enlarged heart.
hypertension. You have a chance of your heart exploding. You're probably
don't
gonna have
run track.
You do not want a heart that big.
No, don't exert yourself too much.
You should not be
We
running.
care about you.
We do.
But the cannabis community and their enlarged hearts, layer of fat just covering the whole
just
thing.
congealed around the entire
there's
thing.
blood barely pumping out of
We're gonna have to get some stents in before long.
It's like no other industry because it's very easy to spot someone who's not there for quote unquote the right reasons.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it's kind of like the restaurant industry. There's some guys who are like, I'm here from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night to 1 in the morning. I live upstairs. Mm-hmm. This place is my life, my home. St. Louis has a lot of places like that, a lot of families. And then you can have somebody who's just like, hey, man, I know that there wasn't a chicken place in this area. I said, I'm going to make a chicken place. Here's the chicken place. Okay, there's different ways to go about it. Cannabis is such an interesting industry that it's kind of built on this. Hey, man, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
We're in this together. You smoke weed too? I smoke weed. And those guys over there are trying to fucking lock us up. So that we're automatically bonded through this.
We at least know what banner we carry.
Yes.
Yep. No doubt. I've told you the story, like growing up in Springfield, and my girlfriend at the time, her best friend was dating this cop. He was also a part of like the special response team, which is like the version of the SWAT. And I remember we were like out having drinks and shit. He knew that I smoked weed. I was stepping out to do one hits while we were at dinner.
Because
that's what I do, bud. Because I do what I want to do, bud. But I remember we just were having this conversation. I'm still a young dude, like with a lot to lose if I were to get caught. Probably at the time didn't realize it probably would have been the easiest time to get in trouble, like without like a bunch of responsibilities attached to me. But he even said, he's like, man, I don't have a problem with weed. This is 20 years ago. He's like, but you got to realize that you and I play for different teams, and most of the time your team wins. Like, he's like, most of the time it's flow, but every now and then we get one. Every now and then we win the game. And that's really how he looked at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, except when you win the game.
Yes.
it
Yes.
fucking ruins people's lives. And when I win the game, it does nothing to you.
Nothing.
It helps people's lives.
Yeah.
So what is the fucking deal then?
Yeah, your team's wrong.
Yeah, your team.
You're the Blackhawks.
We
Your
showed
team is
up to
wrong.
play touch football, and you guys came in fucking full pads.
Yeah, that's rude.
It's rude, and I'm still gonna stiff arm the fuck out of you, motherfucker. Give you a little swivel hip. You don't want none of
Get
this.
my flags
You
off
don't
these
give a
hips.
fuck. Come on,
Get
come
my
on.
flag off my hip. Good luck. Oh,
Get
look.
my fucking flags off me, buddy.
That was pretty good,
Thank you,
dude.
sir.
Wow, that came from somewhere
Fuck yeah,
deep.
came from deep.
We need to get Frenchie Cannoli and the Kush Coach on the show, says Herfy.
I will do that anytime.
I'll teach you to make hash that's like heroin. Okay, not sure if I'm into that. And then someone says, show me thy way, hash master. That's what it says
Hash
on
master.
our
We have no flour in Denmark, only hash. Holy schmoly. Got a lot of bikes. The Danes, they love that.
That's Amsterdam. That's Holland.
Well, that's the one thing that the Dutch and the Danes have in common are bikes.
Bikes, really?
I think Denmark has the most bicycles per capita.
I think you might be right. I feel like that. Denmark's usually like the
And they're
one of the
into
happiest
some
countries.
weird kinks, man, and I like it.
The Danes?
All of them, the Dutch and the Danes. Those
Oh, yeah.
people are finding ways to fuck that are just make you blush.
The red light district is something to be marveled at. Like, it's a pretty interesting take
I mean,
on the
as
whole
long as we're
sex
on
thing.
the fucking government in business, they have no fucking business in. Do you mind if I can pay someone to empty my balls? Is that possible? Is that all right? Is that okay with you?
This is a good time to mention on Twitch, you can hit a little clip button up in the upper right corner. It looks like a little director's thing. And you can clip off your favorite moments of the show. Like that one. Like, that's one of mine right there. That's one of my favorite. I might have to hit that clip button right there. Let's see what happens.
See how far it goes back.
I'm generating a clip.
CBG flower can technically be considered hemp. That's another thing.
Hemp and
Isn't
cannabis.
hemp cannabis, Steve L? Isn't it all cannabis? Like we're fucking like you talk about all the time how we have to lie to ourselves in order to make everything okay, like fucking immaculate conception and everything else.
Why do we have to do that? Why
wait
do we
till
have-
you try the hash. I'm into it. Is it gonna have me stoned for 3 days like fucking RSO edibles?
Is it?
Yeah, because we go different routes if that's the case. I'll try your hash if you try what's in my pen. That's the deal.
That's a trade-off.
That's the trade-off.
I mean, yours lasts a lot shorter. I'll tell you that much right now.
The Dutch have legal truffles and hash though, so I'd rather live over there.
Truffles,
Well,
like
yep, we like bikes. It's true. See, I knew. I know my fucking Copenhagen. Okay.
the tobacco.
Copenhagen. I used to do a little Copenhagen. Too. I wasn't a fan of that little fine cut, but that's all right. Yeah.
I like the Scandinavian countries. Is that no? Denmark's not Scandinavian, is it? Nope. But I just like the Scandinavian countries too.
Yeah, I like. Yeah,
I
sure.
just like the
Northern
area.
Europe, yeah,
I like,
sure.
how close are Holland and Denmark on the map?
I think they're next door
Are they neighbors?
Yeah.
I knew they didn't. They don't.
They don't really like each other. It's like the Serbs and the Bosnians. It's almost
It's
exactly
like the
the
Irish
same. Yeah.
and the English
Yeah.
and the people from Wales. No one likes anyone from Wales.
There's one
no
thing that
one
people
likes
can agree on in the
anyone
United
from
Kingdom
Wales.
is that the Welsh are a bunch of wankers.
The Prince of Wales can get his.
What's the deal with that guy? He's gonna die before his mom does. He's never gonna be king. Fucking loser.
Loser.
Fuck him.
Fucking loser,
Fuck
man.
him.
He's such a fucking loser.
lose.
Okay.
Denmark is Scandinavian. We'll look at that.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't
Probably have you going for a minute, Craig. All right.
sure. We also got, if every person grew, if it's illegal, they can't lock us all up. There isn't enough room. I think they could figure out a way.
No, they just dig mass graves.
Yeah,
They start shooting us
they've done
for
it. They've done it. They've proven they can do it. I always appreciated the big smokeouts they would have. Right, I feel like they were coinciding when Colorado was maybe really putting it on the map with recreational, saying, hey, we're going to get 10,000 people together and smoke. Kind of like a rush the field situation.
Yeah,
Who's going to be the first 3 people to rush the field? Because
they're sacrificing themselves.
There's a football.
They're going to be in the newspaper.
There's an ex-football player out on the field who's now working security.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
his whole life,
I'm breaking dudes' ankles. I'll shake that guy out of his boots.
his whole life has led up. It's Mizzou, Nebraska, 2000.
Don't you fucking do it. Oh, you're talking about when we took the goalpost
When
down?
we won. When we won.
Fuck. It's good stuff.
It's a rainy autumn night. It's cold. There's a misty rain. We're there at the beginning of the game. It's a dry stadium. We leave at the end of the first quarter we're going to get hammered the whole second quarter, go back to the game. Game's not looking that good. It's up and down. Third quarter hits. We're fucking ham-boned at this point.
Sure. You're supposed to be.
We're having a good old time. Well, my buddy drives a Miata. We say we got to get our asses back down to the stadium. This is getting for real, boys.
How many of you are going to pile into
There's
a Miata?
about 6 of us.
In a Miata?
In a Miata, which I believe is a two-seater.
What are you doing?
We have all of us. We're the stadium.
Top down? Is it
the
a
stadium's?
convertible?
Oh yeah, the stadium is here, and there's one road, but it's a
you're
highway.
Good. You're good.
But everybody parks
you're on Stadium Boulevard?
I'm on Stadium. I lived on Stadium.
Okay.
So of course she fucking knows the name of the fucking street. Stadium by Range Line. Yeah, okay, I got you. Collins Providence Road.
Yeah, yeah.
So I lived at Campus View. So people actually parked. I would take people through the woods. It was like a back route through the stadium. I asked J-Rod one time. He found like this sign and was carrying it through. They're like, never mind. So we used to walk through the woods this way. We all pile into this fucking Miata. Skirt. He pulls in. There's cars all along everywhere. He finds 2 cars that are parked like this on the side of the road and pulls his Miata in long ways. So now he's parked, everyone's parked in this direction. Well, he's perpendicular to him, and his back end is half sticking out on Stadium. But he can fit his Miata in this way, almost as wide as an SUV is. So we're fucking running to the stadium. We're like, this is it, man. We get there. We end up winning the game. We go down.
The goalpost,
we
baby.
start going down. This is what I've lived for at Mizzou. I want to take these fucking goalposts down.
Katy Trail sign, he says.
Katy Trail. He finds this fucking sign, carries it around he carried around a sign all day. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, they're going to arrest you. We kept it in our hotel, not our dorm.
Your
no,
apartment?
It was an apartment forever. So anyway, so now we're getting down to the bottom, and this is just a bunch of amped up college kids, man. We're going to rip it down. There's one security guard, couple security guards, but one in particular, he's a pretty big dude. We're like, okay, we need to kind of get. And I'm feeling fancy. I'll be the first dude out there. We get down there. All right. No one's really going. I'm like, oh, fuck. This is. Because they announce, no one come on the field. And it was kind of a thing like, oh, fuck, they do that? Like, do they do that? You know, we're from a zoo. We don't know how many times we yanking the fucking goalpost. Not that many.
Only a couple.
And so everyone kind of looks at each other like, oh, is that for real? Like, you know, your mom fucking texts you when you're doing something dumb. You're like, shit, should I call back? What? Oh, fuck, she knows something. And so the one dude goes out there and he's like, fuck it. About 3 dudes go out there. So now we're starting to get the vibe that everyone's going out there. First dude, clobbered by this big. He's just like, oh, like a perfect form tackle, like lifting him up, dude. Lifts him up and drives him into the ground. And I mean, there's an audible from the rest of everyone. Like, oh, his spine. That poor guy's fucking spine. Then it becomes a full rush. So it becomes a full rush onto the field. So we're like, yeah, we're getting them, yeah. So now there's nothing they can do.
No, of course not.
They're climbing the goalpost. So I think at that point, they had maybe had those detachable goalposts.
Yeah,
at that point.
They come down. Yeah, they
where
come down
they
real easy.
laid them down eventually, which was kind of really anticlimactic. Where it's like they're climbing it, you know, and you used to have to fucking shake them and
Rock
break
that
them.
motherfucker down,
dude,
yeah.
like, yeah. Or someone brought a saw, you know. Maybe someone brought a saw that time, but they carry them to Harpo's or whatever. So anyway, we're not going to get close enough to either goalpost. It's fucking pandemonium out of this field.
It's the best.
So we're standing out on the field and we're like, dude, this is wild. And it is slight rain, cold. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what the drill is, but someone's going to run along the sideline and the other person's going to start angle.
Pursuit angle.
Yes. So we're like, okay. So we're like, act like we throw a pass out to like a fucking screen while the other guy's waiting in the middle of the field, and the other dude you just look down the sideline and you just fucking try to outrun this dude. We are meleeing each other out on fucking Mizzou's field.
On Thoreau Field?
Just mashing each other until people are like, oh, we got like our own little thing going in them. Because there weren't as many people in the middle. We were fucking as ham-bone. And I remember thinking, how cool is this? Running down the sideline and someone barely kind of arm tackling you and you get just thrown out of bounds.
Totally wrecked.
We're going into other people. People are like, oh. It was... In those type of moments, though, it's like when the Blues beat the Hawks Game 7, when the Cardinals won the World Series. There's these moments where we were breaking people's legs by tackling ourselves into other people. And they're like, oh, get up, you fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. You
Everybody's
couldn't have done
friends.
something to fuck another
game
person
7,
over.
It's
my favorite shit, dude. That's why I like sports.
We got... we were spoiled as Cardinal fans
for a long time, dude. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, that song, I have it's not traumatic, but I have a similar PTSD response. And it's I have a trigger response to when that song plays because of a couple years of Cardinal baseball.
That's all we do.
My buddy, our buddy Joey Pipes, his thing, you get fired up, he'll take a fucking full Bud Light and he'll just give someone a shower. Just a complete random
I love that
stranger.
shit.
Oh, it's kind of great when you know the person and love the person, but just random people dumping beers on your head, I can appreciate it because I know we're all just having fun here. But, that just speaks to this guy's charm. But after games, it does because he can do it and people are like pissed at first and they're like, oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, only you, buddy. Only you could dump a fucking $10 beer on someone's head.
Don't dump it, spray it.
Both. He's getting you from both sides. Bud. He works them both.
I like it. What friend is this?
We're outside. Kilroy's, Maggio's. Kilroy's where we watched the game. And then, as it ended, downtown was insane. It was crazy. And we're really close to the stadium. We're at Kilroy's parking lot. So we're like, well, fuck, let's go over to the stadium. So we were able to walk in for the trophy ceremony and for the MVP, fucking all this. But, dude, outside in the parking lots, and I mean, we walked around for hours just getting absolutely schmeezed and dumping beers on strangers. I hugged more people who I'll never see again. I'll never know. The feeling of love and unity around this thing.
Dude.
And not to mention, it was also just this crazy Hollywood magical run of nonsense that took place in order for it to fucking kind of go down. But I remember just people getting out of their cars, stopping their cars in the middle of traffic to fucking hug people. Everybody's fucking just wrecked, having an absolute blast.
Remember when I was on vacation in Branson for the Blues?
I felt bad for you on that one, bud.
Remember that? This is all bringing that back. I kind of suppressed those memories. Shit.
Hugs and high fives aplenty. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
The pictures of me from that night outside of Kilroy, I'm in a T-shirt that is completely soaked. You can see where Joey's just been fucking dumping beer on me all night.
That's my favorite
38 degrees outside. Couldn't give a shit less. I'm just lit up, having the time of my life, man.
When the Blues played the Blackhawks Game 7, it was my 1-year anniversary with Jen. It was the emergence of Cucky the Dwarf. It was a lot of things going on.
It wouldn't be a sporting event without a Joey Pipes beer shower.
That's awesome. It was a big day, big night, big celebration, big moment in history.
Where are we at in the playoffs? What round? Early?
First round.
First round, Blackhawks Game 7.
Yeah, because we also went to Game 7 against Dallas. Then we won, and then we got beat by the Sharks, I believe.
Yep. It was only a couple years ago.
Yeah, this is 2000. Shit, was it about 5 years ago? Yeah, because Jenny and I have been married
year my buddy
going
TJ
6.
got married because we were all sitting down at Jack Patrick's downtown watching the Blues before the game. All the groomsmen and everything were all piled up drinking beer.
Game 7?
I think at that point we were watching a different round. I think we were watching the Stars or the Sharks
Gotcha.
that round. Yeah.
Well, the Hawks we could never get past. They were
they're good, right? Like
they had Taze, Kane. Yeah, they had the whole thing. Shaw, he's an asshole. They had a whole team of just total butt plugs. And so I end up somehow finding tickets online. I never thought I'd be able to find them, but right before game time, I find tickets that are affordable. So I'm like, Jen, can we do this for the first anniversary? And she's like, yeah, that's a great, yeah, let's go to a Blues game for the
She's
first
juiced
anniversary.
about that.
I'm like, okay, well, I'll see if my parents can babysit. So I think we were living with my parents at the time. So I'm like, I'm going to get everybody food. We're running. We're 6:30. Game starts at 7. Like, we got to get our asses down there. That's when I got the tickets. Tickets were like $20. I was like, holy shit. So I'm like, all right, let's do the thing. I go up to Steak and Shake, get food. As I'm pulling out of Steak and Shake, car dies. I'm like, what the fuck? Jen's car fucking dead. I call. I'm like, someone's has to come get me with the food. And I like Jen and my mom
in front of a TV.
Jen and my mom are like, well, I guess they're not going to the game or whatever. I'm like, give me the fucking keys to your car, woman. Your son needs to borrow the family truckster right now. So and Jen's like, okay, I guess we're still doing this for our anniversary. You want to do anything else? And I'm like, no, we only got 10 minutes to get to the fucking game. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Starting to get antsy now. We get down there, a little bit late, whatever. So it's a fucking great game. We're sitting in the upper deck in the fucking nosebleeds where a lot of the real personality of the building's hanging out. People around us are yelling. It's a fantastic atmosphere. Well, that's the game when Brouwer scored his goal, and he misses it at first. The puck's in front of the net. The goalie's scrambling. It hits off the post. He's all alone in front of the net, misses it the first time, tries to kick it in, misses the kick, and as he's being drug away, he drags it in at the last second. Scores. The place goes fucking bananas, dude. So then the rest of the game, it is pins and needles. It's that you're down by 1 hockey. They're pulling the goalie. Like, that is tense hockey. We end up winning the game. I had a broken arm at the time. So that's what, the emergence of Cucky. I had a broken arm, all that shit. So I'm falling all over. People are like, oh shit. And I'm like, I don't care. Break the other motherfucker. Let's go. Oh, I'm just smashing my cast into my head.
This is cement.
Yeah. I missed the end of the game. So we get to the end. The foghorn goes off. Blues win. Everybody's going fucking ham. I look over at Jen and she's like, like she had been invested her whole life.
That's awesome.
Of course we got a little, jazzed up. We go out into the concourse and people are cheering, hugging, high-fiving, and I'm like, this is awesome. And I see Jen out in front, like, leading it all, like, double high-fiving people as she's
that's the best, dude.
Under high-fiving, hugging strangers.
She's the best.
It was awesome. As someone who was like, are you sure you want to
go
do
that's how you fucking do
and
it.
then she embraced it. It's almost like you take someone to a concert and you're like, they're like, I don't really know about the Avett Brothers that much. I haven't listened to their songs. Because we did that. We brought someone to, I think, the Lumineers and someone to the Avets that last time the Avets came. Mm-hmm. And they had only known them from what we... Yeah. No, I think it was the people from our kickball team.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, holy shit. They were so amazed at how passionate the crowd was and that they were kind of off of their radar because they listen to music. And when you hear a stadium of people singing almost every word to every song, you're like, oh, how did I miss that?
Well, and that's what's amazing about the Avett Brothers, to kind of just tangentially, like, their following is rabid. They'll fill a 40,000-seat stadium easily, and 35,000 people are singing the words to 40 songs.
Yeah,
pretty
it's an
impressive.
experience.
It's pretty impressive.
Anytime you can get together with a big group like that and feel something like that, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, go to the
Usually,
text line here.
sometimes
Our friend from Denmark asks, why do Americans suck at soccer?
Oh.
Well, yeah, you asked the right people, because I think we're a couple of soccer honks, bud. I think we're super excited that. So what a lot of people maybe don't.
the Kush
know,
coach's friend?
I think he maybe knows the Kush coach.
What's his name?
Worldwide Funny Man.
Oh, okay. Okay, Worldwide Funny Man. This is me laughing on your grave. Worldwide Funny Man. If it ain't in America, it ain't in the world, bud. Okay? Denmark? Is that someone's name? I don't know. We have people's name is Mark. People name their kids Mark and Dennis. Is your name Dennis Mark? And that's your nickname for it? Dennis Mark? You think you're so funny? You think you're hilarious, Mr. Worldwide Funny Man? You're going to come here. What was my original thing I was going to say to him? Oh, yeah, soccer. You think fucking Americans can't kick the old soccer ball around? You don't even call it football? Are you a goddamn idiot?
You all right?
Woo. A little lightheaded there.
Every now and then he gets into it, guys.
Lightheaded. I'm red. No, we suck at soccer because it's our whole system here. Our whole system. We're trying to change the system.
Listen, if
we don't teach our kids right. I played for
if our country's
great
best
team.
athletes played soccer.
It's not even about
it'd be
that.
a different game.
It's not even about that. I don't care if you have LeBron James and
playing goalkeeper.
And
he'd be unbelievable.
Could you
LeBron as a keeper?
Could you fucking imagine?
Unbelievable. Because he's got chops, bud. He's got good wheels.
I have a feeling though anything like here is going to be a problem.
I don't know,
but
man.
I think stuff far away. I don't know if you're ever getting one upper 90.
He'd be a beast.
There's only one guy who's going to stop a ball with one hand in the upper 90.
Old billboards that we used to kick the ball against.
yeah, dude. But
was that something that's like at every park throughout? Because this is what I was getting at.
Good question.
St. Louis has a very rich soccer tradition, which it was crazy that like the MLS passed us up whenever it first came out, and I blame it more on our fucking awful city government than anything. It's the reason why we missed out.
I think
on
the
an
MLS
expansion
wanted to
team.
be here.
The MLS wanted to be here. I mean, you going back to the '60s, like when anything
the 50s when we
50s
played
and 60s,
England.
Pele would come here, like into St. Louis, like. We still host international friendlies that are fucking, dude. I hope that they host another Bosnian friendly here. Like, what was it last time? Was it Man U versus the Bosnian national team? Is that what?
No, it was Manchester City versus somebody, and then there was the international friendly, and then there was Inter Milan.
Yes,
played here.
We had a few of them. But I'm talking about, in particular, the
Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're one team.
Play, bud. Anyway, like because we have the second largest Bosnian population next to Bosnia, right? When they were marching, dude, from my old neighborhood in Dutchtown down to the stadium, like just singing songs and bringing that European soccer experience here. Like, it's interesting that hell, dude, like we got a on New Year's party the next day, the Spanish Society where we hang out. There's a decades old game where the Spaniards play the Mexicans from inside. Did you get pulled up there? Oh, they play Argentina?
They played Argentina. I don't think he did.
Messi play?
No, I don't think he did. Maybe he did. 2014.
Maybe not.
They played Ivory Coast, but Roma and Liverpool played. I went to the Real Madrid Inter Milan game.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Anyway, we have a pretty rich
That was
soccer tradition in
fucking
St. Louis.
awesome.
And we haven't talked about it a bunch on the show, but there's going to be some recurring characters. We're going to have a skit for the new St. Louis SC.
Yeah, Sebastian, soccer guy.
Sebastian, the soccer guy. I almost forgot
He's
all
better.
about him.
He's better than
I
everyone.
almost forgot all about him.
Remember Sebastian? He was only on for one live show. Sebastian went for one live performance and berated everyone because he was better than them.
Because he was better at them. He wore
They don't know
scarves.
anything about. They
He
don't know
wore
anything
scarves.
about kits.
Anyway, I
pitches.
really am excited about the MLS coming here. To answer your question, it is. I've never it's amazing. Every 4 years, I do it to myself, but some of the most fun,
It's a World Cup year,
group
isn't it?
watching 2020 was supposed to be. I think they got.
Fuck.
Yeah.
We lost the World Cup this year?
96, 2004,
Yeah.
8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a presidential election.
It got pushed off 2020.
Fuck beans. I didn't even hear anything about that.
Which is dumb. Oh, here we go. They're starting on February 1st, 2021.
Okay. That's
Here we
good.
go. Here we go. It seems. I guess at the time, it got postponed.
Larry, you know about this, right? 70 years ago, a bunch of St. Louis kids helped pull off soccer's miracle on grass.
Tell them about it.
Perhaps the first and most seismic shock in World Cup history took place on June 29th, 1950, when an England team that was expected to contend for the title was beaten by the United States, a hastily assembled group of part-time players. It has become known as the Miracle on Grass. 6 players from the team were from St. Louis, including goalie Frankie Borghi and Harry Keogh. Here's an original report from that day. The United States soccer team scored the most stunning upset in the world of soccer, 1950, by edging powerful England 1-0 and first half goal by Joe Gatins of New York. He headed Walter Barr's hard pass into the net, giving little or no chance of beating the classy Britons. The underdog Americans dominated the attack during the entire game and forged a rock-ribbed defense when the British fought back in an effort to tie the score. Oh, boy. Forward John Sousa was an outstanding player on the field. Good. Forward John Sousa was an outstanding player on the field. The Britons stormed back in the second half, but the United States defense bulwarked by center half Charlie Colombo of St. Louis prevented them from scoring. England had a penalty kick late in the game.
Midfield center mid was the boy from St. Louis, huh?
Damn right, dude.
Quarterback running the
Center
show.
mid and the goalie, but Frank Borghi.
And the keeper? We were running that team.
Frank Borghi of St. Louis made a brilliant save in the second half. Yeah, there's a movie made about it.
They shot it over. There's some of the scenes were shot over by St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
Right down the street from where I grew up. I remember when it came in. I think Gavin Rosdale had something to do with that.
No, you know who had something to do with it? You know who had something to do with it?
Who's that?
The oldest boy from Home Improvement. He was the main character.
Not Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No. This city.
Zachary Ty Bryan?
Listen.
Zachary Ty Bryan, bud?
If you get the Mississippi River and the Missouri River and JTT here, we're going to have a flood for the ages,
That's
bud.
true.
Okay? You can't have that many
you can't have a
bodies of water.
tri-confluence. The Game of Their Lives.
The Game of Their Lives, yes.
Is what it's called. The film is based on the true story of the 1950 U.S. soccer team, which the film strongly implies that the...
Oh, Gavin Rosdale is in it.
Yeah, I thought so. I remember when they were shooting it. That was around the time I'd moved back up here, was working up here. Film was based on the true story of the 1950 U.S. soccer team, which, against all odds, beat England 1-0. One group of teammates were from the Hill neighborhood of St. Louis, and another group came from the Corky Road district of Fall River, Mass., which is where my mom's family's from.
Are you for real?
Yeah. How about them apples? Wow. Let's check it out. Dude, it's got Gerard Butler in it, Gavin Rosdale, Zachary Ty Bryan.
Let's watch that.
We're going to do a watch
You know
party.
who's in it?
Patrick Stewart?
You know who's in it?
Stewart?
The Cell Bros.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
Little
extras. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to check it out. Gerard Butler plays Frank Borghi. How about them apples? Dude, this is good. Gavin Rosdale plays one of those limey pricks from England.
Oh,
I
that's
wanna
a
punch
smash him right in his
fucking
limey. If I wasn't afraid to cut my hand on his jagged teeth.
I'm alone all the time.
You know what we do?
Are you mine? What's the matter? Here, just need me to scoot over.
Yeah, I do.
What is your problem, Pop?
I like symmetry
you got
on cam.
Mad, you got mad at the camera. I had to scoot out of the way, Chief. All right. So here's the deal, guys. We're up against another break. I've got an interesting little article, Steve.
Ooh.
A real interesting
I do too.
one, bud.
I haven't even had to go to my computer yet.
The Israeli, there's been an Israeli space official come forward.
Yeah, I heard about
saying,
that.
Aliens are real. So maybe we can talk about that a little bit.
Did
on
we
Sex,
tease
Drugs,
something
and Rock
at
and
the
Roll?
end of the first?
Yeah, we did.
Did we ever get to it?
Probably not. If you guys remember what we teased at the end of the first hour,
Yeah, let
just
us know.
Let us know. We'll get back to it. Maybe the DMT study?
No,
wasn't that.
This is the show notes. We have our show notes over here. You can't see them; they're off camera.
Yeah, that's all right.
And it's from last night's show.
Yeah,
guys, Mondays are tough.
Tuesdays are tough.
Mondays are tough.
Tuesdays are tough.
Mondays aren't that tough.
Tool time guy.
Tool time guy.
Guys,
Zachary Ty Bryan.
Look at that.
I'll
poll.
give you.
That's
you,
this right here, bud.
I'll give you $10,000 to name the younger son's name.
Who played Mark?
Who played Mark? Because his name was at the beginning of every.
He was the
damn
only
show.
non-3 named fucking dickhead on there.
Let's see.
Mark from Home Improvement was.
Ooh, come on, baby. Think deep.
Oh.
He has 3 names.
He's a
He has
3-namer
3
too?
names.
He's a 3-namer
He has 3 names too.
Oh shit.
TNS.
Taylor.
Why is that so funny?
Oh, he looks like an absolute asshole.
He's a cute little kid.
Taylor Nemo
Yep.
Wilson.
Yep.
I got it.
Taylor Nemo Wilson.
Taylor Nemo Wilson. I did it.
All right.
Guys,
it's Taron Noah Smith.
Taron Noah Smith.
Was that his name in the credits?
Asshole. It was not his. He
I don't
changed
know.
that.
I think he
legally changed his name when he realized he was Mark from Home Improvement.
He's like, call me Mark.
Call me Mark. I'm into it. Call me the little brother.
Remember he got real goth?
I guess.
Remember
that?
Yeah. What was that all about?
Yeah. Well, he's just acting out. He was JTT and Zachary Ty Bryan's brother.
Good luck.
Sorry about you,
Good
bud.
luck.
Hope you're a world-changing scientist, because it ain't. Because nobody's gonna remember you for
No,
anything
you
else.
got the
You're
hot
Jonathan
athlete.
Taylor Thomas's brother.
You got the hot poetry, thoughtful
what
guy
are you?
with the hair. Both of them had hair.
Yeah.
And he's
You're
like,
a dishwasher.
Have you ever remember when we made that blood oath to each other?
Remember when we had the Crow Marathon?
Remember when I dressed like the crow for Halloween? And I was really into it. And I went up on the roof and fell.
Guys, these are our sponsors. We love you. Welcome to Costco.
Support them. Support
them if you want.
Support them.
I hope you do.
Support them.
They're great.
Support them.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, hey. It's Adam McChesney with Ms. Marketing. We specialize in lead generation, filling your pipeline, and taking care of your payments. Give us a call today.
Adam from Ms. Marketing took me from 10 leads to 300 leads in a month, and I became the strongest boy in the schoolyard.
He increased the revenue for my fit charter fishing business by 30% in 1 month. Ms. Marketing.
What was that Facebook algorithm? What was that Instagram? Ms. Marketing.
I know it's late, baby, but you got me thinking about my dream home.
Yeah, girl. You know, Bungeon Property Group doesn't just sell houses, they sell dreams. You know when the best time to talk about dreams is? In the middle of the night. That's why Bungeon Property Group is famously open 24 hours a day, so you can whisper sweet nothings in the middle of the night. Oh yeah. Tell me all your dreams of white picket fences, in-ground pools, and I'll find them for you. In an area with a low crime rate, general proximity to nice parks, walking distance to the grocery store, easy access to the highways. A place where you can offer a quality education to your children, all while feeling safe in your front yard while they play. Let me talk that dream house talk to you. Let me be your dream realtor.
Hey, DJ Shabba. Hey, ladies. I'm gonna smoke a little weed, boy. I wanna grow some trees, boy. When I grow all the weed that I smoke, and I blow all the trees that he grows, and I smoke all the weed that I grow, and I grow all the trees that he smokes. Well, I'm growing and I'm smoking, so I go see Bo. And I'm smoke what I grow, yeah. Grow active solution. And I'm growing the hydro.
Bo knows hydro.
And I'm growing the hydro.
Grow active solutions.
Oh no hydro. Bo no hydro. Bo no hydro. Bo know how to grow. Bo know how to grow. Grow active solution. Bo know how to grow. Grow active solution.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I don't think so. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, sentient, artificial intelligence, to the third hour of the Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show, bud.
Just getting myself a little bit of ale here in the morning.
A wee little
Welcome,
bit of
everybody. Hey, everybody on Twitch, we love you. If you're on Facebook, you're a piece of human garbage. Get your shit together.
Get it together, bud.
I'm going to start doing some watch parties. I mean, Amazon owns Twitch, so eventually they're going to try to overlord themselves on us, too. I want to give a quick update on my plants. They're looking good. I'm actually going to run home and water them, I think. I don't want them to dry out after I overwater them. They say you don't want to do that either.
When's the last time you watered them?
Friday. Saturday. But they were wet.
Okay.
Rose's leaves are growing like this, okay?
Okay.
Little droop.
Do you want me to pull that up?
No. The other ones are kind of drooping down like this. Well, then I stopped. I thought it was nitrogen burn at first, so then I watered them until water was coming out of them, out of the bottom. And then I started to read up on it a little more, and I was like, oh, shit, I may have overwatered them. And then I just watered them some more. Oh, shit, what have I done? Thank you. What have I done? And now that I've let them dry out, I got a fan blowing around the root system, like blowing at the ground. I did see a few fungal gnats too.
Those mother fungals.
It's exactly what I said. Except internally. I would never say that out loud.
Mother fungals.
So I got kids, man. So I put down some sticky boards, some glue boards.
Jen just looked up and said, they're looking good.
Ooh, baby.
Keep that tent closed, dude. You're gonna harm your
Yeah,
plants.
come on,
man.
And I don't know if anyone listening can help me out on this, but I looked up because I have some photos in with some autos.
Okay.
Anywhere from we're at 25 days old, maybe getting close to 30 for the photos, and somewhere 15. There's about a 15-day gap in between my oldest and youngest. My photos are my oldest. I think I can go 12 and 12 light and bud everything.
Okay.
And that's what my plan is. So right now I'm learning a lot. I'm learning just let them do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the amount of love they need.
Let life live.
And let them do their thing. You know, I'm a helicopter parent when it comes to these plants. I'm like, ooh, I need to go look at them.
What can I do now to make it
better?
better?
Spray them. I'll spray them again. I'll keep everything moist. Don't keep everything moist all the time. I was anal about keeping everything. I'm like, they live in the fucking jungle rainforest. No, that's not good. They don't want that. Everything else, fungus wants that. Fungus wants you to do that.
Yeah, fungus wants to.
Maybe the fungus in my gut was telling me, they're like, water.
It was your gut biome.
We need water. More fungal nodes. Fungal spores. It's going better, though, now.
Okay.
So I'm going to give him some water. I'm going to maybe hit him with some newts.
Give him a little drip drop.
Because I noticed it's so weird because I thought big, fat, like, poinsettia looking plants with big leaves that were flopping out. I'm like, these are awesome. Well, you realize that no, you want your fan leaves like spreading out, and at least from what I've learned.
Out.
Yeah, what I've learned. Mine were all getting this thing called the claw. So right at the end of every branch looked like a straight up talon at the end of it. And I'm like, fuck, that's kind of weird. So I'm hoping they did all right. And you know, this is my first grow. I'm testing shit out. So, but I'm having
got people, saying all kinds of stuff coming in. Blunt Man Kill says they can also droop if they've outgrown their pot. Might need to up pot them. They're looking beautiful though. Hopefully you didn't harm them. Kushko says, send me pics. I'll help save you these problems. I'll reduce the learning curve, brother. Roots need oxygen to grow.
I know. So what
You
did.
got them in 3-gallon pots right now?
3 gallon.
Okay.
And they're only 20 days. How fucking big do they need? Jesus Christ.
Don't fucking
Jesus.
size shame them, bud. Don't fat shame your plants.
They're out of control, the blue tangies. And even now the OG Kushes from Immaculate Seeds are getting wild. Here's what I did, though, and let me know if anyone's ever did this before. I took a piece of tubing from my son's goalie net and kind of aerated a part in the soil of the wettest ones, got that little chunk of mud out of there, and then went and blew into it about 30 times till I was lightheaded. So I thought I was drying it out and maybe adding some sort of...
is asking Kush Coach to move in with you.
Okay, I like where this is going. Okay, that hairy bastard, MMA. We'll all wrestle. We'll all wrestle each other.
I like
That's
it.
hot.
All right.
Jenny and I tag team versus Coach. He can butt punch us. So I blew into it. Both of us. So I blew into it, and I'm like, yeah, I swear to God, those perked up, the ones I blew into. I'm like, what the fuck did I just figure out? Also...
I mean, you're putting CO2 in the soil, right? Like, that's something that is necessary,
I guess
right?
is
like,
what I
you
was
need
doing.
to get a little CO2 in your plants?
I don't know what I'm doing. So I did that. That seemed to work. I'm just, I'm trying to listen to my body, what my body's telling me to do with these plants.
I think it said, my body's telling me yes.
Yeah. So that's good. I think I'm gonna say.
Oh, it gets better, bud. Only if Mrs. Coach can come.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have a fuck shark. Oh shit! I got a bunch of fucking comments from before that I want to read, but I feel like we're still on the plant issue right now. And what else? I did something else weird to him, too.
Your wife said she's in. Of course she can come, she says. She didn't
I'll
really say
see
that.
to it.
I'll see to it she comes.
We have fun here in the morning. This is the third hour. Is this the third hour?
Boning me up. We ask our fans all the time, hey, write us an email that's going to make us laugh, going to make us cry, or is going to give us a major bone. And it's really taking place. Steve's really taking care of these plants, giving them blowjobs. Damn.
Who said that?
Herfy.
Hervey, you want to be done in this town?
I think Hervey's working on being a little done.
Hervey? More like fucking turd fee. You got a fee on your fucking turds. That's not. A turd fee. Imagine if you had to pay a fee for every turd you flush down the toilet.
Awful. Turd tax?
Turd tax.
Turd tax.
That's the next thing. Don't even say it.
They're gonna.
Don't even say it. It just happened.
You just put it, with Morphic resonance. You have all but guaranteed that there's now going to be a turd tax somewhere in our dystopia.
Hello, I'm Billy Fitzsimmons, and I am running on the Turd Tax Initiative. I'll tax all them high capacity shitters.
What state is Billy Simmons?
Fitzsimmons.
Fitzsimmons.
He's from Vermont.
He's from Vermont. He's representing Vermont.
He's just like
in the live free or die state.
Yep,
No way they're taxing turds there to start.
In other states.
Oh my goodness.
They're taxing all the people who come look at our fucking leaves in Vermont, and they come shit in our fucking toilets.
Only out of state.
Out of state shitters got to pay a turd tax, bud. Okay, you want to come to Vermont and see my foliage, bud?
Yeah, I get it.
Not in Vermont.
I just have a hard time believing the live free or die state's going to be taxing turds, but it makes sense if they're only taxing the outsiders. They've gone full isolationist. They're only allowing what's a person from Vermont called, a Vermonter?
They're called an idiot.
We've waged war.
Fuck you, Vermont.
Fuck you, Vermont. Listen. For a couple things that I know to be true in 2020, there is no change shortage. That's all made up.
Oh wow!
No change shortage.
What a farce that was!
What a fucking farce the change shortage was.
We need your change.
We're playing hide and seek with the cold. Okay. And Vermont.
He did it again.
Vermont
can lick a perineum.
Can lick the perennium
of the dirtiest train riding hobo.
Yeah, but like overfed hobo.
What?
Like just an obese hobo.
Oh.
You gotta. Yes. That's how bad. That's what Vermont can do, bud. I'm not
body shaming.
Body shaming. There's probably more flavor on it. That's a flavor.
You're right.
That's all I'm getting at.
Like a trucker, like a thick trucker asshole.
I saw Harvey's commercial featuring truckers. Oh, just like the Western thick burger.
A thick trucker asshole. Extra cheese. Are those red onions on there?
Well, I started to pass out there. So, in other words, what I'm saying is, fuck you, Vermont.
Yeah. See what you've done, Vermont?
What is someone from Vermont called?
A Montpelierian?
An idiot. That is my favorite answer ever. Vermonters. Look at me go.
You didn't say that.
It was my first.
You said Vermontiers.
Oh, it's going to taste real good when you go back and listen to this show. And Daddy said, what are they called?
Vermonters. Nothing like standing tall in front of a man, the half sheet in between the clipboard.
Ooh, I like that.
What does that mean?
Well, I've got because his government name's attached to it. I don't.
Ooh, we got Sweden sucks.
Flame broiled perennium.
Oh.
One political party can't talk for 330 million people, right? That's true. Is the U.S. too big? Well, I mean, our power
no
is.
doubt.
We're certainly too involved. How about that? I don't know about too big, but we're certainly too involved.
Well, we just need to let the states do their thing. Soccer is typically drowned out by American football, basketball, baseball, and other sports.
Where are you going, man?
It's like we want to do everything in our power to resist playing the game the rest of the world loves.
Yeah, I mean, we've got
more kids play soccer than anything
right now. Yeah,
it's just our.
Especially,
I think football's dying. Football is going to die. Football will die off.
It's funny to me because it really. I've talked about this before. You want to talk about like having weird identity crises and things like that. Like for a significant portion of my life, I just wanted. I wanted that time to be dedicated to football in some capacity, whether that was as a player, a coach for a short period, just a fucking rabid fan, a gambler. Like, football played a huge part, and when I got to see, I was already irritated with like the direction the NFL took on like the hypocrisy.
I like football. I fucking loathe the NFL.
I watch college football.
Everything.
I watch college football.
I don't like the NCAA either.
I don't
think
either.
they're a bunch of pricks.
I don't
too.
either, but at least then, like, at least with that, like, it always feels like college sports in general. I prefer college basketball to pro basketball. Like, I like, storied matchups, old universities.
Yeah.
I love that the tradition of homecoming came from Mizzou and Kansas. Like, all those things. Like, I
do.
I appreciate like the tradition involved in those things. Where football lost me was, like, first off, they were constantly going to bat for heinous fucking people and heinous acts, as long as that person was an all-star.
Oh, but if it's weed, they'll kick you out of the fucking league.
They'll kick you out of the league. And now look at them. Like, now, how many of their stadiums reside in places where recreational cannabis is? I promise you the NFL will be right out in front of that. They will be completely fucking oblivious to it. Oh, hockey's the best because hockey, they don't even test their players for it anymore.
Yeah, and cannabis is legal in Canada.
And football said they were going to follow that lead.
No fucking hope so.
Too. But honestly, what happened for me, and you can call me fucking, scorned or whatever, like when they pulled their shit with St. Louis, and honestly, like it wasn't any kind of level of, there was no principle behind the matter. It was just, hey, this billionaire is going to hold a gun to your head to do his bidding until, let's be honest, we did offer to pay for a stadium for Stan Kroenke, which I was against. Like, I watched the NFL time and again hold fucking major cities hostage for tax revenue, for all of these different things, in exchange to subsidize a billionaire's plaything. And it's bullshit. I do think that having an NFL franchise in a city is, once again, it's like the baseball thing. Like, it is something for all of us to unite around. That's all great. But the way that the NFL goes about their business and the way that they fleece the American taxpayer, the average citizen living, in the city of St. Louis, like, all of that shit it's fucking gross. Yeah. And it's the most egregious coming from them because the league is making more money than any other league.
And football's been on a meteoric rise.
Build your own fucking stadium. Build your own stadium. Like,
I mean, it's.
And my thing is like, it's
way
a little
newer
different.
than baseball.
It's a little different. Like, I think about like what would St. Louis look like had we just given Bidwell what he wanted, which wasn't like a crazy ask at the time. We'd still have 2 Cardinal franchises in town. We would still and a guy that was invested in the area. Which that was the big argument. They couldn't sell the fucking Rams to anybody but Stan Kroenke because he was a Missouri boy. And he always planned to move back to L.A. So regardless of what we decided to do, on top of like the money and everything and the memories that fathers were sharing with their sons and like having all of that ripped apart, but then on the way out also fucking like trying to make an example of St. Louis and saying it's a dying area, which is completely counterintuitive to the narrative that Twitter and fucking Microsoft, who are building headquarters here and everything. Like, if you want to go, fucking go. Get out of here. There's no reason to fucking drag us fucking through the mud on it. Also, they had 3 teams trying to relocate. 2 of them already existed around fucking LA. You know, like they were already California teams. You already had a built-in fan base there. Yeah. And I understand the Rams came from there. I get it. I understand that. Like, if I had my way, we would have got our fucking expansion team, the Goofy Stampede, you know.
Oh,
whatever.
I fucking loved when we had that idea rolling
Well, that
out,
was
dude.
the deal. And it got shot down probably because, you know, at the time, what's-his-face went out there and got Frontier to move her team here. And it's just, dude, it's the NFL has not only, like, and then after they fucking destroy so many jobs here in St. Louis, after we've spent $16 million putting together a plan that was all a fucking farce. And by the way, they're in fucking court still, and I don't know what is going to come of it, but I hope that it costs the NFL a fortune, because for fucking once, a scorned city said, you know what, fuck this. Fuck this. We did everything according to your process. We did everything according to, you know, to your plan, only to find out that the plan we were already breaking ground.
There is
on the
no
side in LA.
secret plan.
There's no secret plan. Fuck you. I hope it costs them just a crazy amount of money. I hope it costs them an insane amount of money, and I hope that St. Louis can put it to good use. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is building, but I hope that it does something to our riverfront that brings some pride back to downtown St. Louis.
Did you see the renderings of the soccer?
Oh, dude.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. The location's fine. I want to see our riverfront fucking celebrated. We talk
about that all the time.
Talk about it all the time. Like, give us a
more so on the
Riverwalk
old show. We haven't talked
situation.
about it in a while.
Give us a Riverwalk situation.
I want like an art fair where you could have those stainless steel bench
folding
tables.
down from the levee wall.
Yeah.
We should still fucking petition to do that. Anyway, the NFL it's fuck cities time and again. It defends,
fuck city? Where's that?
It's defended fucking woman beaters.
Oh, dude.
And rather than just get out in front of it and fucking handle the business, pretends it doesn't happen until somebody exposes.
Until a video
every
comes
time.
out.
That's the thing. Is the NFL, they've got the resources. They know the fuckery that's going on. They're doing all of this shit. And they never have fucking anything to say. They never take the fucking initiative to make anything right until somebody blows the fucking whistle.
They're
on
a
them.
nonprofit.
And how many times do you get to fucking do that? It's just so fucking maddening.
No, because people will still fucking pack the stands, man. And here's the deal. I think football is so much younger than baseball. And we've seen it kind of go, whoa, here it goes downwards, crazy popular. And I think it's starting to get less popular. And I remember reading an article a few years ago talking about the kids. Every year there's been like a 1.5%, 2%, 2.5% from 2015 to 16 season, where less kids are participating in football, where I guess less parents and less kids even want to. And it's fallen by 7% since 2010, and this article's from 2018. So you figure if it keeps dropping at this exponential rate, it keeps going and going, like the percentages keep growing each year, pretty soon there's going to be no one left to play football. I feel like with we're the last generation that you can lie to in a way of, you can still lie to people, but you used to be able to lie to someone and they had no way to fact check you.
Right.
Now it's like, well, I can find some information on that. The way they told football players, no, there's nothing going on with your guys' brains.
Yep.
There's nothing going on, till guys were shooting themselves in the heart
so that they could study
and saying, study my brain. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
All these years I've been putting my body on the line thinking, I got a 2 or 3 concussions, but you just get back in there, man. Like
we listened to Grant Wistrom and Kyle Turley talk about what cannabis did for them. Now they can talk about it, even though they were being tested at the time. I mean, these guys competed at the highest level. We have grown, we have evolved. Our athletes have evolved at a rate that the rules of this game, the way that this game is played, you're literally getting hit by a truck, like on a regular fucking basis. And if you're leading with your head, I mean, the amount of impact that is taken. Even when you're not going, even when it's not a hard hit, just consistent banging of fucking heads. They actually say that
Tiny,
that's more dangerous than the big concussive hits. Is like the consistent hitting over time of just small fucking shots to the head.
Like linemen do every fucking
play. That is an explosion. Like, it might not be a far distance, but that is fast twitch muscles. Those guys are moving at a speed that we can't comprehend.
And they're 300 pounds.
They're 300 pounds, and they bench press 500, 600 pounds.
I watched a video that made me ill of the dirtiest hits in the last 20 years in the NFL. And I was like, oh, cool. I watch MMA videos, and I watch
safeties just fucking teeing off on
it was safeties and linebackers either hitting a quarterback or a guy
getting ready to catch a pass. It's not looking.
Yes. Yeah. And, two of them were quarterbacks sliding, and the person coming in hitting, and when they're sliding down,
you see the head bounce off the ground.
They're hot, and they're out. They're out fucking cold. Like, it's crazy when you see feet. Because you can tell when someone's like, oh, I'm hurt. Their feet, maybe legs are moving, and their feet are kind of in a position. When someone's out, you can tell by you can tell their toes are pointed in whatever fucking direction. Like, holy shit, he's out. I didn't know feet could fucking point in those directions. But it made me. ESPN built that. SportsCenter was my favorite fucking show growing up. The biggest hits, that was number one play on the top 10.
Dude, I was primarily I played offense, but I cared about defense. I only cared about playing linebacker. I cared about, you're keying on one person. Like, that was in some sets, like, your job is to pretty much track a person the entire time, and if he even thinks that he's going to take his eyes off of you to turn and catch a ball, you knock his face off. That's the deal. That's the deal. You fucking collect. You try and just collect fucking scalps. That's all you're doing.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because I would say 6 out of the 10 hits were Steelers. I was like, Jesus Christ, because you remember all that came out that there had bounties on people.
Well, Saints did too.
Was it the Saints?
Yeah, it was Greg Williams, who ended up being a coach for the Rams before they.
Did he have Steelers ties? What was the?
Yeah, he probably was.
Because it was Harrison. Harrison had like 2 or 3 of them.
He's just a bad fucking man.
Well,
James Harrison's a bad man.
The crown of the helmet coming up on people's like chins. Also, you could just see their heads go. Blue, 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 blue. And the body just wasn't meant to take force like that. That bothers me the most.
I had a fortuitous experience with football. I know it's not, and maybe I don't know. Maybe there's been some fucking damage. Certainly been some brain damage. But straight up, like, my kids aren't super. My kids aren't super interested in it.
No. Oliver would play until he got hit.
And that was the deal, is like, when Landon got into it, we'll see. Maybe he'll
You think they're softer now? Is that part of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, it's just a different game.
Does intelligence kind of make you a little softer, though? Like, when you start making better choices to make your life more comfortable, that you're like, I'm not so prepared to bash my head in against another guy.
Yeah, but also I would say that there's probably been a resurgence, like, of kids that are involved in martial arts.
That's what I was going to say.
Combat sports.
I think
that's
the ultimate of thinking and endurance. Like, when you see
wrestling,
two good fighters,
wrestling is the toughest.
God, it's amazing.
As far as conditioning goes, like, wrestling is insane, dude. Like, I would.
I don't understand wrestling.
Like, I'll tell you, it's not that hard to catch on to, and when you get into it, man, I'll tell you what, that's one thing.
How do you win? Pinning someone?
Or you score points. Yeah, you score points.
So you can point out the whole time. How long is a wrestling match?
It's usually 3 periods of 3 minutes, I think.
So 9 minutes?
2 minutes maybe at the high school level.
Okay.
But yeah. So.
Well, I've seen some of those college ones, and
it's the best, dude. That's what I was gonna say. My uncle's a collegiate ref, and dude, like. So he's always, like, unfortunately, when I first went to St. Mary's, like, they didn't have a wrestling program. I think they might now, maybe a club wrestling or something like that, but it wasn't a sport that was available. But it's one of those that I think you get kids involved in pretty young. Dude, some of the toughest people that I know, some of the most resilient people that I know, some of the smartest people that I know, or most successful people all have, like, wrestling backgrounds, because the amount of discipline it takes to be good at it. Those are things that you kind of carry forward in life. You know, I want to get my boys in mixed martial arts just for and see what discipline they're into.
Sure.
It's not one being able to defend yourself is great, but that's second.
Also being able to kick a nerd's ass is
Yeah,
great.
beat him down. The nerd.
Kick a nerd's ass.
Man. But mainly because of the discipline that
that's the deal
that comes along with it.
And when you can string
I want to do it with them because you know what? I could use a little discipline myself.
When you're gonna destroy every
kids,
you don't want to get beat up by your kids. You're in class with them.
Stay in fucking. I gotta stay at least kind of
a little bit,
at least to where my strength will always kind of offset how much better of a fighter they are.
Whenever you can combine your instincts, quick thoughts, and draining your body of all of its energy. It's easy. CBC was really good about that. Yeah, go ahead and play soccer before you guys run.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, huh? All right, now you're going to run 2 miles. We're not going to touch a soccer ball for the next hour, and then we're going to have a scrimmage. And then we're going to see who has soccer figured out at that point. When you're
gassed. When you can't get by on just raw physical.
And that was my only saving grace was I was like, what, guys? They fucking water. I remember everyone's like, I need water. I'm like, what? You didn't even need water? That's where I trained myself. Everyone would take water breaks. I'm like, I fucking just keep kicking around the soccer ball. And they're like, you fucking idiot to me. I'm like, I don't fucking need water.
I don't fucking drink water, you loser.
Yeah. So that was a whole deal. But I think soccer will grow, but I think kids knowing what football is now, they will lean more towards a sport that allows itself to a little bit more cerebral aspects because MMA fighting, when you see 2 MMA guys and good announcers, when they say, oh, he's trying to move to his power section, he's trying to stay out of his right hook zone because he knows the guy has a big hook. Well, he's going to try to set him up and shoot. Well, if that guy shoots, he's a wrestler. He's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's where they kind of, one guy's trying to mount, the other guy's trying to do this. Well, if he grabs this arm, I'm going to move my hips.
It's a chess game.
That's when fighting is. And I also love to see,
you
want to stand out there and hit each other in the fucking face too?
Yeah.
Let's fuck.
Well, that could happen, right? Like, you could introduce that to football. All you got to do, if you want to solve the fucking concussion crisis in football, is take their fucking helmets off.
Take their fucking helmets off.
Take their helmets off them, give them slimmer pads, and make it a game
1
where
million
they have to grapple. And they're still tackling, but you're not going to lead with your bare face. You're not going to use that, and you're not going to attack their head with it. You're going to, Pete Carroll introduced it to to his Seahawks team, but I mean, he taught a whole new way to tackle, and which was not using the head, and they were one of the best tackling teams, and it was rooted in grappling, fucking disciplines,
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a way to play that sport without it being what it is.
Hyper violent.
Take the fucking helmets off them.
How do linemen?
Our coaches used to say football is not a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. You're not you're not here to fucking make contact with people. You're here to blow other people up. That's the war.
And if you're not into that,
if you're on the receiving end of it, so you better figure it out. That's the other thing. That being like when you have timid kids, getting them to understand that if you're delivering the hit, it doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Feels clean as hell.
Be the one delivering the hit.
I was watching something the other day when I was going on my MMA journey, rabbit holes down Facebook.
Getting ready for Coach.
Oh, yeah, just studying film. I got into this little mini episode of... it was a series if you talk too much shit before the fight, what can happen to you? And it was Ricardo Mayorga, which I kind of remember.
Yeah,
and obviously I remember Oscar De La Hoya.
Sure.
Well, Mayorga had the belt, and in their press conferences, he's like, I'm going to F your wife. He's calling them a ton of slurs, saying his own people, his own race hate him. I mean, dude, the worst shit I've seen people say before a fight ever. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, I was like, oh, clutching my pearls. Oh, my gosh. So Oscar De La Hoya finally, after about, and, you know, he was Mr. like, hey, I'm Oscar De La Hoya. I'm here to box someone, you know. And he still comes off like that. I'm sure he had some demons.
Sure.
He's too sweet.
Sure.
So finally at the last one, he's like, now it's personal. On May 5th or whatever, on, what was it, June 22nd? It was May. He goes, I'm going to knock you out. It's personal. So it's building up to the whole thing. The guy's still talking shit to him. Oscar's just, he's locked fucking in, dude. He's just like, keeps talking.
Every
as much
word
as he
you
can.
say is going to get your eye dotted one
Oscar's training camp, before all this had happened, this comes out after the fight. Oscar goes in there, wins the fight, you know, fucking comes out there, is beating his ass at first, knocks him down, and fucking walks away just looking at him.
Let him get up.
That, just so you know. Well, then Mayorga starts coming back, and you're like, fuck, did he blow his load too early? Well, eventually De La Hoya, and it's the best, that weight class, whatever that is, it's the most entertaining I've ever seen. Those guys are strong and fast as fuck.
I think he was a welter.
Oh, my God. Whatever that weight class is, holy shit, dude. I'm sure they fought at a few different.
Yeah, he fought at middle and welter.
So he wins.
He won 11 world titles in 6 weight classes, bud.
Jesus. He wins, you know, fucking wins the fight. He's getting carried around at the end, knocks him out. And his training staff, you know, like, as part of everything that goes into it, they told him, they go, what he's going to do is try to shit talk you and get you out of your head so you don't train well. Well, guess what? That's going to motivate you. And when you get in there, this is what he does. You're going to study more tape than you ever have. And they even dissected his game plan, even from the psychological perspective. So the amount of everything that goes into this one-on-one battle, that it's just you versus this other human, I could see where more people would gravitate towards that now, even though boxing is kind of on its way out, because they kind of had the same thing.
Well, actually, it's starting to see a little bit of a resurgence.
But as far as like boxing was the biggest
Well, it was
thing.
ruined. It was ruined by Don King. I mean,
You think Don King? I think they had an NFL thing too,
and
where
others,
it's like,
but I mean,
here's
yeah.
money, and no, there's no brain damage in boxing. Obviously, you know, all that shit. It's like, what? What kind of lies are we telling ourselves so we can have fun?
The problem with it was, like, with what happened was they took the best. They took the best the sport had to offer, and they put them behind a paywall that wasn't going to reach the kids that were probably going to be great, you know. And like, and it's a great money making model. It's fine, but you know, and it works a little better now that a bunch of people have multiple different kinds of devices that can potentially just. We're in a society now where charging that fight to your phone plan or to your cable plan is a lot easier than what it used to take.
Sure.
Pick up a phone, call
now
a
you
credit
can get
card,
it
you can
2 minutes
you know,
after
like,
the fucking
and that's
fight,
the deal.
too.
You
It's
can.
online.
Exactly.
I watched the Tyson fight on Facebook Live.
I watched it on Twitch.
Yeah, somebody just filmed it in their living room. It was actually kind of funny.
I mean, you know, it was fine. And
that fight was awful.
It was so bad.
It
was just so
compared to this De La Hoya fight.
Yeah, sure.
The combos these guys were
I was really
throwing
uncomfortable
with
with this fight anyway. Like I
God.
ultimately like I just was not like, both of them are still two of the greatest fighters to have ever lived. I don't think that there's anything to gain from having two 50-plus-year-old men punching each other in the head that still have the punching power that Mike Tyson and certainly Roy Jones Jr. has.
Well,
so, like, to me, it almost
Tyson
looked like
even
there was
said
a
that.
gentleman's agreement.
1,000,000%.
Because listening to Tyson on Rogan, I'm like, oh, fuck.
He's going to kill him.
He's going to kill.
But he smoked
But also, that's
beforehand.
not giving fucking Roy Jones Jr. much credit, because he was one of the baddest dudes on the planet ever. What
Pound
had
per
me
pound.
concerned, though, was that Roy Jones Jr. did have some serious brain shit that went down. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. You don't need to do this anymore.
No.
We don't have to do this anymore. What charities are going to benefit from this? And are they going to want to benefit from it when a couple of old men beat each other to death? Is that something that charities want to fucking
cool?
You know? So
what about Logan
it did
Paul?
so Logan Paul's going to fight Floyd Mayweather, And I think it's great. Well, first off, Jake Paul fucking tuned the band up on Nate Robinson.
So those are different people.
They're brothers.
So Logan Paul is a different person. He did
brothers.
not fight.
And they're also like as part of their
I know they're
content creation,
Instagrammers
they're
or whatever.
YouTube stars.
YouTube, yeah.
And they're content creators.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the lines in the creating content, they started boxing.
Natural
and shit.
transition.
And you know what? Like, good for them. Fuck, but
He looks like Drago a little bit.
Dude, there's actually, I just watched a video the other day where this guy shows up outside Logan Paul's house dressed as Drago. He's got Drago across his fucking boxing shorts. He's got gloves on, a robe. He's standing out there in front of the camera speaking in Russian, telling him to come outside and get some. And so he's got a ring in his backyard. They buzz this dude in. He's all hungover. He's going to fight this fucking Drago lookalike. And this is the content that they're creating. But the dude also, like, having listened to Rogan and other fight experts, are like, no, this dude trains for real.
Yeah.
Like, he might be a fucking total cheese dick from YouTube.
But he can pay the best trainers in the world.
He's 6'3". He makes $100 million a year.
And he looks big.
Oh, he's big. So
he
here's the deal.
He looks like Tommy Gunn.
Here's the deal. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather, who is arguably
Tommy Morrison,
the greatest.
I guess is his real name.
Who's arguably the greatest he's probably the greatest defensive boxer of all time.
His
he's
fights are boring.
They're so boring.
Fuck.
And you know what? Like, boxing fanatics are probably like, oh, this is so great.
This is great.
This is a
Pitcher's
symphony.
duel.
It's watching the Spaniards play soccer. Make the extra pass for Christ's sake. Just make the. Why don't you pass it again? Miguel. Pass the ball one more time. Put a shot on goal, bud.
The Greeks play the boring game.
The
they play
Germans
9
are playing
defenders.
Vertical. The Germans are bombing balls over
They're
the middle.
6'6".
Bang.
Yeah.
So anyway, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best. You just can't hit him. He's that quick. You can't hit him. It's boring as fuck. Every fight I've seen of his, I've been bored to tears, knowing that I'm witnessing like genius.
Well, do you ever think the guy should do like one of these? Like you're like, whoa.
That should work. That'd probably get
Floyd if
that'd
he's
really
moving,
get him. He's gonna catch a back fist.
He's go, caught one right in the side of the head. You punch where he's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, he's in a lot of places at once. He's fast.
People have said that.
Anyway,
I remind them of Fedor.
Oh yeah. Like how so? Like when he's
like if Fedor got real sick.
Yeah,
and they hadn't
okay,
seen
I can
him
see
for a
that.
long
Like
time.
Fedor stars in Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, that's mean.
That's mean. That was really mean. So anyway, Mayweather's gonna tune up the band on it. He's just gonna keep fucking just sticking him in the face for 12 rounds.
He's gonna clip him with one,
and
shock the world.
But if
He's
Logan,
gonna clip him.
that would, I can't
And the
tell
younger
you.
generation is going to
don't-
say
and
we
then
were
boxing-
right
and-
about everything.
Yep, and they're gonna say you can start listening to us about
Yeah,
climate change,
yes.
guys. Logan
We were
Paul
right
just-
about everything.
Is this your champion?
Is this your champion?
Is this your champion?
Boagrios!
So, but Logan Paul's like, dude, he's big. Mayweather's a little
He's
sawed-off
big.
cocksucker. There's going to be a serious reach advantage, but he's going to be lumbering compared to Floyd. Anyway, it would be awesome to see him clip him.
When is this going to happen?
February 20th. Ask me how I know that.
He's 44, 15, 32.
Okay.
What does that mean?
That's not, dude. That's not even his boxing stats. Like you're looking at like some kind of celebrity.
I don't know what I'm looking.
God. Oh God.
No.
You just added that.
No, I
extension
didn't.
to
No, I
your
didn't.
fucking-
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
God.
No, I
dude.
didn't.
You need a Chrome extension to keep up with Logan Paul's body measurements.
I thought so. Logan Paul size. FamousBodySize.com.
That's creepy, guys.
Oh, here we go. Celebrity Inside. Measurements.
Why? Why are there multiple sites that talk about this?
Shoe
child?
size.
Shoe size. See, that's when he's still a kid. This is uncomfortable.
6'2", 190. He's got 44-inch chest, 33-inch waist, 15-inch
Buys.
Buys.
Dang, dude. They're not going to disclose his shoe size. They're not going to give away all of his secrets.
Gotta leave some to imagine. Those are 11s.
Easily those are 11s. Hey, bud, I got a crazy little deal here, bud.
I got a crazy little thing
Called
love.
The guy who used to run Israel's space security program is sounding the alarm, claiming aliens are real and they're secretly working with our governments and biding their time. Haim Eshed reportedly told the Israeli publication Israelerton he can confirm the existence of aliens because he claims they've been among us for a damn long time. He even says they have their own, or the Galactic Federation. Not only that, but Eshed, who worked for the Israeli government from 1981 to 2010, also alleges President Trump was about to blow the lid off the whole thing recently, but that he was convinced to shut his trap because most humans weren't ready for the truth yet. The 87-year-old reportedly said there's an agreement between the U.S. government and the aliens. What? They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. They, too, are researching and trying to understand the whole fabric of the universe, and they want us as helpers. Boy, that's bleak. Because we can't decide if a fucking plant should be legal or not. Yeah. So they really hitch their wagon to a fucking winner here. So they come in peace? One more outlandish claim. Eshed said there's an underground space base on Mars right now where man and alien are working side by side for the betterment of the Federation.
Okay. So that guy in that alley.
Okay,
not
so
lying.
why is he going public? Much like comedy, Eshed says it's all about timing, noting that if he had brought this up 5 years ago, he'd have been written off as nuts. By the way, plenty of people are still going with that take, insinuating the dude's not all there anymore. Conspiracy theorists, on the other hand, are pointing to Trump's fascination with ramping up Space Force as evidence Eshed's onto something. And don't get us started with UFO sightings either.
What are you asking?
Remember,
aliens?
Obama all but confirmed the existence of aliens himself, too, but wasn't as loose-lipped as old Haim here. Thanks for sharing, bud. Now beam us up, E.T. A little dismissive coming from TMZ there.
Beam me up, E.T.
This guy used to run Israeli space defense, and Israel doesn't take that shit lightly. They've got a fucking iron dome that they built that intercepts anything flying into their city. They're concerned about defense in the airspace. They didn't have just some goober running the show there.
Yeah.
This guy's probably got the load. I mean, they're
the
always
Canadian
on the cutting edge.
head of their Air Force, I think, confirmed it too. There are aliens. There are ships out there.
Good morning, sluts. Easy, Kenzie.
Who the hell
Jesus,
said
Kenzie,
that?
get
Jesus Christ
Don't
almighty.
ever
That's
talk to me like
third
that.
hour.
I'm
We
a
can do
man.
that. We can do
Oh,
that.
yeah. We are little
Third
pigs.
hour, we also do this.
Oh, hang on.
I'm frozen in time. Now I'm not. Now I'm not. Now I'm hot. Now I'm hot. Hey, little girl, getting hot. Burn your biscuit. Burn his bun. Burn his balls. Burn his biscuits. Burn his bun. Burn his balls. Burn his biscuits. Burn his biscuits. Burn. Burn it. Biscuit. Burn it. Biscuit. Burn it. Biscuit. Burn it. I'm gonna burn it. That biscuit. I burn it. That biscuit. I twist it. I burn it. That biscuit.
I've been the longest one yet.
No. Maybe.
What are you? Were you going to ask me something about aliens?
Yeah, what would you ask him? You get an alien that comes back and goes, you got one question? What's your question? Alien.
What's my question?
Here comes the alien.
Hi, Craig. I want to answer one question for you.
What song you want played at your funeral, dude?
I would like to play Get Galactic.
Glebe Glorps.
By Glebe Glorp Johnson.
An old intergalactic blues number.
Goes like this.
Oh, this is the melody here. What would I ask? I guess I'd say, How did you get here?
Okay.
I think.
That's a good one.
How did you get here?
Do you come in peace? And like the
at that point, that seems like a throwaway because if they don't, I'm fucked anyway. I'm gonna pretend I'm interested in your quest.
Yeah, I don't know what I would ask them. I would just make sure to let them know. We're cool, man. We're cool.
Did you instantly just start blowing the alien?
We're cool. No, I'm afraid it might have some barbs or something. What if, like, when you blow them, barbs shoot out of your
or maybe
fucking head?
it's just a grave insult in their culture. Like you're gonna put.
Dare you?
You're gonna put that in your mouth? How dare you?
And what are the odds that they got a real nice meaty cock like I like? What are the odds? Yeah, out of all the universe, doubtful.
Well, if they got here.
Doubt it. Speaking of which, we're gonna go through our sponsors one last time.
Yeah, we probably are to. Bundle Property Group.
Big fat.
That guy wants to call you. He wants you to call him in the middle of the night.
He's not going to call you in the
He's
middle
not going to call you in the middle of the night because he's got other people just
ridiculous.
blowing his phone up in the middle of the night. You'd actually be lucky to get a hold of him in the middle of the night because there are so many calls coming in where people
busy.
People are just trying to talk about that dirty, dirty bungalow. You know, trying to have a little bungalow talk late at night, waking Adam up. He loves bungalows. And
Bungahos.
Bottom line, Adam Bunder wants to help you find your dream home, a place where you want to spend the rest of your days with the people that you love, or maybe in the sweet serenity of total solitude. Whatever you choose, that's fine. He wants to help you get that place. He also wants to help you sell your shitty little shack that you live in now. You deserve better. That garbage pile you call a home.
Yeah, I know it's got a lot of memories.
A lot of memories, a lot of stuff.
Throw those away.
You should just burn it down. You really should.
No, don't burn it down. He'll sell it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? But he'll sell the charred remains.
He'll sell land.
Whatever you give him, he'll sell it to you. Native hemp extract. What they do is they make the highest quality cannabis sativa L product I think I've ever enjoyed, Steve. I've had 1,500 milligrams CBD, CBG today. I tried some stuff out of the lab today with we're a little taste test. We're beta testers. 1,500 milligram mint blend. But honestly, that 1,800 milligram total cannabinoid goodness, it's honestly the best I've ever used. It makes me better. It makes me feel better. It makes my brain work a little better. It gets me ready for my day. Ms. Marketing, what he does is he basically is just funnels leads. He takes your social media and he puts your brand, your image in front of the people that want to see it. You need to get with Ms. Marketing for all of your business and organization digital marketing needs. Just do that for me. The Spanish Society Outreach, Brian Kessler, the Vibe Tribe, they're raising money right now. Right now, you can send $1 to the Vibe Tribe. Check out Brian Kessler's page. Check out at the Vibe Tribe. You can send them $1 for every $500 they raise. They go and help out somebody with a Christmas. They're helping people with a Christmas this year. Whoever can use a little hand up. That's the kind of people, kind of things that we're trying to do around here to, strengthen our community. Our community grows stronger through our charity, through our empathy, through our love, and so attaching ourselves to organizations and businesses that mirror those desires is important to us. Just like James Carlton, State Farm. Look at those eyes. He's fantastical. 314-961-4800. He's the greatest insurance agent in the game. He truly is
a ruthless murderer.
Eyes of a cold-blooded killer. He's going to just get you the best insurance. Whether that's with him or maybe he'll save you a couple bucks telling you to go to his competition until he can help you again. He knows that's what makes a customer for life.
Everyone there is awesome.
Everyone's there is great. CarltonInsurance.net. Check out James Carlton State Farm. Also, going back to the native hemp, if you go to nativehempextract.com, you go to HoosierSophisticate.com, click on the Native Hemp Extract tab. It's going to bring you to their site. They've got unbelievable flowers. Steve and I enjoy it on the show all the time. Native hemp flour. It's so
really good.
It's
CBD's come a
CBD
long
and CBG.
way.
It is some tasty, tasty nugs, bud. But if you enter code HOSO at checkout, you are going to receive a pretty significant discount, and you're going to receive that product right away.
Lucky.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I think that's pretty much it, other than the fact that we are here in the Sweet Leaf Emporium studios. Festus is open for business. Farmington's open as always. There's deals to be had. All your kratom needs, CBD needs, kratom. We still gotta have an episode or an hour where we just talk about what kratom's doing. You know what I mean? What do you got going on here? What are you gonna surprise me with? Jesus. I don't know if I know that one.
It's Tom Petty. You'll get it.
All right.
Guys, thank you for joining us on the journey. It's been a fucking wild ride so far. I can't wait to see where we go from here. I'm going to stand up for this because now we got a lot of room back here. And this is just how I do. We always like to end our stuff with a little song. You getting your Xylee?
I'm getting the old Xylee.
Getting the Xylee out. We'll put the mics about right here.
I don't know the song, so we're just going to find it. We're going to find it.
It's G. It's in G.
It's in G, is it? It's in G, is it?
Except this is I have a capo, so it's not actually G. It's probably like. This is a Tom Petty song, but there's a version by the Lumineers that's pretty damn good. Oh, maybe. Oh, hold on. Let me pull this back just a little bit. Keep going, play. Get comfortable with the xylophone right now. Yes. There you go. Now we got the harmonies in there. All right. Sing along at home if you know this one. Thanks for being a part. even walls